On a rainy Friday afternoon in Orangeburg, South Carolina, we're set to crown the 2025 3A State Football Champions. The Weekend of Champions begins now at Oliver C. Dawson Stadium in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Oceanside, Landsharks, Belton Honey Path Bears. Good afternoon and welcome in. My name is Stacey Huff, joined by my broadcast partner, Joe Cash, and as always, Claire Foley will join us later in the broadcast. And Joe, the weather's the same for both teams. It's not very good, but both of them have one goal and both want to leave here as champions.
No doubt about that, Stacey. It is called the Weekend of Champions, but it may also be called the Weekend of Rematches. And we get the first one of three this weekend. Belton Honey Path, Oceanside Collegiate butting heads for the second straight year. Last year it was Oceanside, 35-17 over BHP. Can BHP break through this year and get their first state championship since 2004?
Of course, that's brought to you by the A&I Fire and Water Restoration, folks. And let's look at our Farm Bureau Insurance brackets. How did they get here, Joe? Let's talk about it lower state first.
Well, you talk about the lower state 3A. Both of these teams really rolled through. You look at Oceanside Collegiate right there over Georgetown, Marlboro County. That was a tie game at the end of the first quarter. And then Dillon. And then the big win over Loris in the lower state championship really felt like that would be a closer game. But the Landsharks, boy, did they roll in that one.
And our upper state, BHP.
Then if you go to the Belton Honey Path Bears, their scores have just jumped off the page this season. They've scored 40 or more in every single game this season except the last two, but those were blowouts as well. They beat Palmetto, Southside Christian, then Woodruff, Powdersville for the Upper State Championship to get right back here to Orangeburg.
That's how they got here, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Thank them for that sponsorship. And, of course, now time for our A&I Fire Water Restoration players to rely on. Who are we going with, Joe?
Well, the quarterback for Oceanside Collegiate, he's the guy. Aiden Benavian, the junior. He's thrown for nearly 4,000 yards this season, completed 70% of his passes, 40 touchdowns, only 14 interceptions. For BHP, it's their all-everything player, Tajay Watson-Martin. He's caught 53 passes for 996 yards and 10 scores. He is also a beast on the defensive side of the ball.
That's A&I Fire and Water Restoration players to rely on. You can rely on A&I. Now, finally, our Food for Thoughts brought to you by Ingles. What are some keys to the ball game?
Well, if you're Oceanside Collegiate, you throw the ball and you want to keep focused on doing that, and you also want to do what got you here, which is throwing the ball in bad weather. If you're BHP, you want to stay balanced. They love to run it a lot, but you want to throw it as well, and then pressure Aiden Benavian if you're that BHP defense.
Brought to you by Ingles. Now, the weather outside might be frightful, but we think the football is going to be delightful. Stay with us. Stacey Huff, Joe Cash, and Claire Foley. Oceanside, Belton Honey Path to crown a 3A champion. Coming up next. Welcome back, folks. Weekend of Champions underway, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up here high in the booth. We're almost set to get started. Let's go down to the field to check in with the third member of our broadcast team, Claire Foley. What's going on, Claire?
Well, guys, the day has come that these teams work for all year long. And for Belton Honey Path and Oceanside, this game has been on their minds since the clock ran out in last year's state championship. That's because, like we already mentioned, it's the exact same 3A finale as we saw 1 year ago, where Oceanside came out on top 35-17. But talking to Sharks head coach Brent LaPrade, he believes that it was an injury to BHP's starting quarterback that was the difference for them in that game. And this time around, he's expecting a dogfight against the undefeated Bears and believes that it'll come down to whoever has the ball last. Meanwhile, for BHP's head coach Russell Blackston, he was confident that his team would be back in this moment, but says he thinks they're going to have to score 14 points in this first half if they want a chance at redemption. Guys.
Thank you very much, Claire. Back up to the booth, Stacey, Joe. Glad to have you with us here on the campus of South Carolina State University. Oliver C. Dawson Bulldog Stadium, if you will. We're about to kick off the Weekend of Champions, about to crown a 3A title game in the red jerseys. And full red with black helmets, Belton Honey Path kicking off left to right on your screen to receive Oceanside Collegiate, the Landsharks, defending champs. They'll be returning right to left on your screen. This kickoff is your preferred appliance kickoff, your trusted appliance sales and repair experts. Joe, you about ready to get it going?
Absolutely, my friend. Always fun to do the Weekend of Champions.
Same here, man. I love this time of year. We will walk away with 6 champions this weekend. 3 games today, 3 tomorrow, and we started off with foot to leather. Belton Honey Path kicking off left to right on your screen. Glad to have you with us from Orangeburg. Kick is in the air. Fielded at the 10. Little grass on that side. He's going to cut it back to the middle. A little traffic over there. Kicks out of a tackle. That's going to be shut down right there at the 20-yard line. That's where Aiden Manavian and that potent Oceanside Landshark offense will take over. Get your lineups in a little bit. Of course, starting lineups brought to you by Adventure Children's Museum. We'll share that with you in just a moment. Landsharks. So Manavian, only a junior. Seems like he's been around a long time.
I know, and he had a big game here last year in their 35-17 win.
There's the offense. Manavian, Muncie, the running back, receiver, Williams, Webb, and Renew. Johnson also the line. Thompson, Grady, the twins, Costello and Jones. Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones on the offensive line as well. And before the first snap, there's official stoppage here. That'll be a clock situation.
We had issues with the clock here last year. It looks like it's the same thing again. You had 3 zeros up there on the scoreboard down to our right.
Speaking of which, let's give you our referees. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is right there. They're talking to him right there. Referee is Samuel Davis Jr. Umpire is right.
They say, what?
Yeah, you know, he's back. He's back. Umpire Al Morant, linesman Keith Ritter, line judge George Bryan, back judge William Broom. The ECO is Andrew Lovett, field judge Bert Sanford, side judge Jonathan Shelley, and the 40-25 clock operator Kim Formidoval. White hat right there is Samuel Davis Jr. He's about to.
Is he going to tell us the Candyman can? Man, we get rolling early.
Already mixes it with love.
There you go. It makes the world feel good.
The world feel good, man. I tell you. When I saw that name, I was like, wait a minute. Buddy of mine. Shout out to my guy DK. My guy DK, retired referee. My golfing buddy sent me some information, and I got the names of these guys. So I like to give them some love. We're getting off to an inauspicious start with the clock malfunction. You mentioned we did have some issues last year.
Had issues last year with the clock. And they're going to have to take some time off because that opening kickoff probably took anywhere from 7 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, so can't be 12 minutes on there. Yes, folks, if you can see at home, the screen looks a little misty, a little cloudy, a little foggy. It is overcast and raining hard at sometimes and lighter at others. It's going to rain pretty much all day today over most of South Carolina. There's the Belton Honey pass starting. Let's go and get them in there.
Yep.
Brought to you by Adventure Children's Museum. Rainey, Dixon, Glenn, Bryant, the D-line, DuBose, Anderson, Miles, Chester. Miles is the linebackers, defensive backs, Chester, Watson Martin. Tajay Watson Martin, we mentioned him as a receiver, also plays very good brand of defensive back as well. And Malachi Bowler, Grady Melton, defensive back. I have a cousin named Grady Melton, so it's all kind of familiar names in here. But yeah, that defense, take a look at.
I'll say Ty DuBose and KJ Miles are two guys, too, that we're going to call out an awful lot for that Bears defense.
Absolutely. And they've done a good job all year putting up numbers, and we got some stats and stuff we'll share as we go along, but they put up quite a season undefeated coming in.
And their scores are just amazing. They have not been challenged. They've scored nearly 700 points in 14 games.
Jakari Anderson, another guy, 23 with name we call quite a bit. They're big on both lines. The offensive line is huge, too. You're still pausing. They only took 5 seconds off, folks. So 11:55 on the clock. Get off to a slow start here. And they want to get it together. They'll take some of the teams to the sideline here. It's time for us to get to some notes early. Got some good, highly recruited players on each of these teams. Oceanside, again, the team out of the Charleston area. They've no strangers to championship weekend, Joe. They've been here these last several years with regularity, winning last year.
You talk about Oceanside offense. When we see them get to work, Terrence Johnson, number 88, is a big-time receiver for them, too. Manavian will be looking his way an awful lot today. He's caught 59 balls, nearly 1,000 yards, and 11 touchdowns. He's headed to the Shrine Bowl. Yeah. Anthony Williams, too. He's a big-time player. We talked about Ethan Renew. He's an Anderson committed. And Mike Jones is a two-way lineman. He's a Wofford commit. So there's a lot of talent on this Landsharks offense.
And Anderson up there near Belton Honey Pass. So he's playing against some of his future neighbors up there in Anderson County. Belton Honey Path, one of the schools in the Anderson County, one of those schools districts up there. We're now set, I do believe, to get our first scrimmage snap underway here after some discussions and adjustments. Manavian with one man to his left. 3 wides in the formation. He's going to go up the middle with it this time, and a tough run for 5 plus yards that time. That is 45 on the carry. Will Zorn. Talk about 13, Joe. That is Grady Melton.
Zakai Muncie will be a guy that runs the ball an awful lot too. This Oceanside offense. It's a good pickup on first down.
Second and 5. Adrian's going to try to middle again. They see something they like in the middle, and that's going to be a first down, and legs still driving. Good job running that time. Good tough run by Zakai Muncie, 15. Good job up front.
It's up 12 yards, and that's just a case where he just wasn't going to go down. I mean, that Landsharks offensive line just shoved people back. So first start for Oceanside here.
First down of the ball game. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. They make junk disappear. It's at the 37-yard line. They're checking up the game early, though. They're going right over the middle. And, you know, again, talking to a coach in the upstate, got some good information on Belton 100 pounds. One of them was that the line was hard to move. And Oceanside came out and made a point about that out the gate. They're trying to move it. They may have to keep this time on the field, man. This continues.
Reset the play clock is what they need.
Side in white, black helmets. Black helmets also for Belton BHP. They are their red, traditional red. White numerals. Somebody said, "What is the deal?"
That was my question.
These players are keyed up. The coaches are fired. Everybody's fired up, ready to go. And we got a lot of. They're standing around a lot right now. This is the clock causing a rain delay like baseball. The rain itself isn't doing it.
And they wind up keeping the play clock on the field.
It's going to have to be an option at some point. It's 11:04 showing now. We've had 3 plays from scrimmage, 2 plays from scrimmage, and there's a air attack. Manavian with a nice adjustment. Good throw, good catch, and that is Terrence Johnson, the 6'2 senior, with a big completion from Manavian, Joe.
I think they're calling it back. I think they're calling an incomplete pass.
They should hit the ground. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I didn't either, but we'll get a great look at it right here. Johnson, we talked about it. He tries to make the adjustment to it.
He must have moved when he hit it.
Okay, you
I
see
give him credit for it.
You see him wobbling around right there, but that was.
He had me fooled for sure.
Yeah, that was a good look from up here, but the officials had a better look and they made the right call.
That is a great call by the official crew. I just gave you their names earlier. They were right on top of that one. Ball's at the 37-yard line. I tell you what, that's a break for Belton Underpass.
Yeah.
He was wide open. He was 4 steps beyond the defender.
It's a touchdown with a good throw.
Absolutely. Now, a pre-snap.
All-star.
Yeah, it's going to be on Oceanside. Belton Underpass changed the momentum now with the drop pass and now the penalty. Davis Jr. rolling it up. It's back to Vegas. Brent LaPrade is your coach right there this first season. That LaPrade name rings out in Charleston, out of Fort Dorchester area.
He was the defensive coordinator here for a couple of years and then got the head coaching job. That would be amazing to see them win today. That would be 3 head coaches winning 3 state championships in a row. It's not often to see something like that.
Very rare. Behind the sticks now. By time, and Navian threw it behind the receiver, but good catch that time, reeled in by Ty Garner. A positive game, but Navian bought some time in the pocket, Joe.
He really did. He really should have been sacked. They brought an edge rusher that didn't get picked up at all and should have made the sack. You'll see it right here on coming in on the rush. It's Charlie Haney. He's able to wrap up Manavian. He was able to just buy some time for himself. He said, made something happen, and now you have 3rd and you can do this.
Make it manageable. 3rd and 8 from the 40 to the 39-yard line. Maybe we look for a throw here. 4 wides in the formation. 3 to the near side. He's going to look right, though. Right at the sticks. They gave a lot of cushion over there, and they gave him a 14-yard cushion. He needed 12, and that's a first down strike. That was reeled in by Anthony Williams.
We talked about Williams, too, being one of the big targets from the Navy. And he gets a good, clean pocket here. Gets a good sight line. He's able to get that ball out of there. This is a good drive started by Oceanside to start this ball game.
1-800-GOT-JUNK first down. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. First quarter. First down. Sponsor ball resting at the 48-yard line of Oceanside. He's going to move the slot man a little further out. 1 man up top on the formation. And they're going to give it up the middle again this time. They tried that the first 2 plays of the game, and nothing happened. Nuka swarming to the ball is BHP.
That's KJ Miles in there along with Ty DuBose, their top 2 tacklers. They try to run Muncie off the right side. You'll see it here. And boy, Miles just swooped in from behind. And then DuBose is there to help clean that up for a 1-yard gain.
Miles said, my name is Miles, but you can't have an inch.
Ah.
That's early. I'm sure I'm working.
It's early.
Workshop. It's junior. He's only a junior. A lot of these kids for both of these teams, they have some good young talent mixed in with some senior leadership. Pressure up the middle. Manavian once again using great footwork, dancing in the pocket, and he bought enough time to get it out. But is it a fumble or they're going to call it an incomplete pass? But he was surrounded by a sea of red, Joe.
I tell you, BHP, they're bringing pressure from all different ways. You'll see it right here once again. Manavian, they just kind of look like they run a little twist right there. You get the great pressure up the middle from Jakari Anderson, and then the pressure right there hits him. The pass arm going forward a little bit.
Missed him and came back and got him. With some help.
That's how you stick to it.
Absolutely, stick to it. In this 3rd and 9. And after some promising runs to start the ball game, they've taken to the air, and their success hasn't really been in the air other than the first down conversion pass to Williams. So we'll see what Manavian dials up right here. One man beside him in the backfield, that's Muncie. 4 wides in the formation, 3 to the near side. They have the Bulldog logo, 49-yard line. Need 9 yards to keep possession here. And we have another stop.
Delay. We got to delay a game.
That's not what you want. They're going to say that now. Oceanside folks are going to say it's the play clock. It could have been.
BHP's kind of, they've really turned up the pressure on this next set of downs here.
Yes.
They've got Oceanside a little off kilter. Their second penalty.
I was told they're relentless up the middle on the run game and passing game. And they're really, after the first couple, they got gashed a little bit the first couple of handoffs, but they've really been winning the trenches these last 2 plays, Joe.
Yeah, they can't let Manavian stand back there.
No, too good.
I mean, he'll pick them apart all day long.
This will be interesting right here with 3rd and 14. Let's see how much time he has here, Joe. Taking his time. He's going to look left. Oh, now cut across the middle. He had a man. He threw it behind him. That was an errant pass. Terrence Johnson was open. He found a gap there. He sat down, and Manavian just missed the fire at that time. It'll be 4th down and 14. Take a look, Joe.
And he had time to throw. Good, clean pocket. They rush 4. He gets time to throw it, steps in there, and just throws the ball. Kind of like that first big one that was incomplete. Threw it behind him a little bit. Had him open for the first, but that's a good stop by BHP.
Could have been picked, too. It was in the air dangerously for a second or so hanging there. You know, passes over the middle to get bobbled tend to get picked a lot of times. Back to returns, a young man we talked about. 5 in red, he's dangerous. Tajay Watson-Martin at his 20-yard line. Let's see if he can return this one. And it takes a sideways bounce, and they're down it right there about the 28-yard line. We'll step away, folks. Deciding a 3A state champion, BHP Oceanside. Early action here in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Stay with us. Welcome back, folks. We're here in a moist Orangeburg, South CAC. Charlie W. Johnson Stadium here on the campus of South Carolina State. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin, high in the booth. And we're dry. I'm thankful for that. But, you know, the fans did come deep, and hope they all stay relatively dry. They came deep from Belton Honey Path and Oceanside, and Claire Foley on the sideline. We come back with 1st and 10. BHP, their first possession. A pass to the flanker out. And that ball came out. That ball came loose, Joe, and I think Oceanside has it.
They do.
That ball came out. That is a first big defensive play of the ball game on the first play from scrimmage, and Oceanside gets it back, Joe.
Interesting. You see Belton Honey Path, they like to run a lot of 12 personnel, meaning they're going to run it a lot. Well, they come out throwing, and I don't think the wideout, and we'll see it right here, ever really had good control of this football. You'll see it right there. That's Tajay Watson-Martin. That's the guy you want to go to, and he just, coughs it up. Oceanside will have the first big break of this ball game. They take over the plus 29.
There we go, and just like that, they had the momentum stop. They got it back. That's how you get the momentum back, with a big turnover, and you can't ask for a worse start offensively if you're Belton Honey Path. Now their defense has to rise up and pick another stop. From the 29-yard line, empty backfield at the snap, and up the middle, they saw something. Manavian, he dropped the ball, picked up. Offensive lineman, who's going to get it? It's a loose football, and just like that, Joe, he might have had a touchdown. They got knocked out of his hands, and BHP, how do you like that? see your fumble recovery, and I'll raise you one in our own red zone. Number 8 is in the right spot, Joe. Tie the bows. Talk about that if you can. And a lot going. And another discussion. Wow, what was that?
Well, it's the elements. A lot of this stuff I think today, Stacy. Ball security or 5 points of contact on that football. That is so critical today on a day where the pigskin is going to be slick. As I don't know what out there. Manavian made a great move to run up the middle, design run there, and he's scrambling. Looks like he might be headed for Pater, and all of a sudden the ball gets raked out. You see it here. He takes a snap. It's going to be a run all the way, and he's taking it, gets good blocking. Helmet comes off behind him, and then you see the ball just get raked out, and here it goes. It's yakety sax time. Who wants this football, right? Ball bouncing everywhere, and one BHP guy got back, trying to get back in on that with no helmet on, which is interesting. That may be what they're talking about, but it looks like the Bears will take over at about the 6-yard line. So what a wild, weird start. And I think Brent LaPrade is talking with the officials about this right now.
Yeah, he's got a reason to be. He's been upset a little bit early on with the play clock now.
I'll bet he's upset about the BHP defender that jumped back in on that thing with no helmet.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a stoppage of play, right?
Yeah, I'd say. Well, the player is supposed to stop when you can't get back in on that. But it was. So I would love to be a fly on the wall down there if that's what he's talking about, because that, per the replay, looked clearly like that's what happened.
That's wild, is because, that's officials now. They have to clean this game up for sure. Either way, the scrimmage is set. They're going to snap it at the 5-yard line, and nothing happened. Oceanside converged right there, and they're going to hold that to no gain. They are fired up right now. They're trying to do what BHP's defense did, Joe, and get the ball back for their offense after a mishap. That's coach on your screen right there. His chill is a little warm right now. So he's less than happy.
I would imagine with the forecast kind of having been known what the coaches did to prepare for that, prepare for the bad weather today. I'm sure they got ready some way.
Oh, stepping over a man right there. That play could have got less than it did. That was a good run, moving the hole. And let's go down to Claire Foley on the sideline with an update. What's going on, Claire?
Well, Joe, now that you mentioned, I asked these coaches this week how they were preparing for these conditions, knowing the forecast that was ahead of us. And BHP head coach Russell Blackston told me that he thought it was actually going to be to their advantage compared to when they met last year. It was good conditions last year, I believe, like 60 degrees, and that really aided Oceanside's passing game. So BHP getting another chance on the offense. It is slick down on the turf, but let's see what they're able to do with this new opportunity.
Thank you, Claire. Low snap. Had a man in the seam. Oh, he had him in the seam. If that's completed, he's still running, Joe. Pass intended for Jaden Glenn, the 6'4" receiver. He catches that. He was in a seam, was he not?
That's a 90-yard score if Jaden Glenn reels that in, Stacy. I mean, he's running wide open up the seam, and we've seen some drops here already. Claire's point about the weather. Well, this is a great pass, right on target. Really can't put it out there any better. And Glenn right in his hands. I mean, Noah Thomas, who got hurt in this game last year with a broken collarbone, wants to make amends. He can't do much more than that.
Senior quarterback came back this senior year to try to finish the game this year and get a title for BHP. And that punt, not great, but it takes a good bounce. It's going to check up right there at the 49-yard line, which the last time they stopped him on the drive was at the 49. Let's step away and come back. Zeros everywhere. BHP Oceanside deciding a 3A state title. Back at it right here. First quarter action, 6:44 to play. And of course, coming up at halftime, folks, stay tuned. We'll have a special interview with the South Carolina High School League, first half highlights, and more. All coming up on the Foundation Solutions halftime report. Stacey Huff, Joe Cash, and Claire Foley down on the field. Outstanding production crew. K Paz and the crew doing a great job in rainy conditions, bringing you the action. Glad to have you with us. The weekend of champions, game 1 of 6. Charlie W. Johnson Stadium, the campus of South Carolina State. And Manavian hands off. Going to be a gain of about 3 to make it the 48-yard line. That's his guy, Zakai Muncie, the senior running back with a modest gain.
See big number 61 right there. That was Kylan Dixon. His brother Keelan also on this team, but that was a big stop. Picked up 3. Oceanside will try to hang on to the ball this time. Both teams ball security.
Allen and Keelan, I don't know much about them. Those guys really physical up the middle. Headed to the 6-minute mark. It's going to be a play. Oh, Drake over him. That's the defensive back, the wide receiver we talked about in our pregame. Tajay Watson-Martin. He was on the receiver like a cheap suit, Joe. Looked like a bad smell.
He read this right from the get-go. Going to be a little tunnel screen to the left, and he never gets out of Terrence Johnson's back pocket.
Man.
He has 3 interception returns for touchdowns this season. Also returned a kickoff for a score earlier this season as well. So, plus is what he does on the offensive side. So, big-time player.
Once again, behind the sticks a little bit off schedule. 3rd and 7, predictable pass down. Let's see if they do the predictable. 4 wides in the formation. Muncie beside Benavian in the backfield. Benavian's going to look over the middle. Pressure and hit hard. What a collision here. 2 men there. The first guy, Ty Rainey, and the rain down.
I knew you were going to make something for that.
Came down upon him. That's 42 right there. It's this kind of day. Rainey.
Well, they've gotten great pressure, BHP has. You'll see it come. He just comes off the edge, and Muncie's just unable to make that block right there. That's kind of a mismatch. Getting the running back on the defender right there. That never had a chance, and Benavian gets sacked. Also give credit, number 24, Charlie Haney, also in there. So Rainey and Haney all over the place.
Green Acres, Mr. Haney. Benavian didn't read the weather report. He should have known Rainey was coming. The dangerous return man at the 20-yard line. I believe that's Tajay Watson. And he's going to catch it at 23, and he drops it. And picked up. Nobody can put a handle on the football today, and you can't get a return if you don't catch it first. Tajay Watson-Martin dropped that ball, and picking his teammate up. Johnny on the spot is number 8, Ty DeBose. Check this out.
I tell you gotta think that the weather and the elements and the slick football out here have a lot to do with what we're seeing early on. Where's Lester Hayes and some stick up when you need him?
Exactly. Look, he's going to pull his sleeves up now. He thinks the sleeves, they're going to cut the sleeves off.
And it may be.
The coach's point, they're going to cut those sleeves off of him. He thinks the sleeves made it slip off. They're going to take you won't see those sleeves on him when he comes back on the field. It'll be skin on leather to catch the ball better right there. And it's going to be first down from the 21-yard line after fumble recovery. Thomas, the handoff in the middle. Nothing happening. Oceanside up front says, not a nooka. Joe, they shut that down like a fire marshal at a frat house party.
Joey Harriet, the senior defensive end, and you see the BHP offense.
Yeah, Thomas, we talked about Earl, the running back, Riddle, Sargent, the tight end. They go 2 tight ends. Watson-Martin, the receiver, Glenn also the O-line. Pruitt, Marsha, Spearman, Dixon, and Burgess. Keelan Dixon, he plays both ways. He and his brother Colin on the defensive line. Keelan Dixon's the offensive lineman as well. They're going to bring in a running back now, number 2 in the ball game. That is B.J. Anderson. There you go. I called it. I told you, they were pointing. I knew then he was going to blame that fumble on the sleeves. And Thomas keeps it. And a modest gain is on. He got about 2. Yeah, those sleeves had to go. I knew you would not see those sleeves on that young man again. Oceanside defense, let's share with you, brought to you by Adventure Museum. Harriet, Jones, Bean, and Arnold. The D-line, linebackers, Parson, Meredith, Stafford. DBs, Green, Strickler, Gaspar, and Wright. Cole Gaspar was in this game last year. Remember that name for sure. A couple of these guys are returners. Mike Jones as well. Mike Jones plays on both sides. He's actually a young man that's getting some offers as well. I think he may be an Anderson commit as well.
Roe Parson rather made that last tackle for the Landsharks.
And it'll be 3rd and long. A little empty backfield at the snap. One man is one-on-one over there. He just wasn't. It was timing. He wasn't looking. Intended for the young man that we saw running open early in the ball game and just misfired to Jaden Glenn. And is there a flag now?
There's a flag way across the other side, almost on the Oceanside boundary up near midfield. And I don't think Coach LaPrade is happy about whatever this is going to be.
It can't be interference in the ball that come to where it can't be holding, though. It can't be defensive holding. See what Mr. Samuel Davis Jr. gives us here. Take his time.
You see the rain. You hear the rain.
Personal foul. That's a big one. That's the big joker. Personal foul. We not. Mr. Mike. We're having a good clean feed with the mic.
Unless he doesn't have it turned on or there's some sort of.
Yeah, I will turn that thing on. So that's a 15-yarder for us. That's the big joker. The ball's going to be moved to the 40 right short of the 40, the 39-yard line of Belton Huntington. A personal foul called on Oceanside. And
third down and getting them off the field too, Stacy.
Another break for BHP. They got to do something with it. Neither team has capitalized on fumble recoveries in this ball game. They want to look cross-buck action often. This time they're going to run it to the right side and up to about the 43-yard line.
That's it. That's MJ Earl, and when you want some yards on the ground, you just snap it right directly to him. He gets some good blocking, a little hole up there up front. MJ Earl's rushed for he has rushed for 1,200 yards and 24 scores this year. So
yes, those guys.
He's a big-time running back.
Yeah, they believe in the ground attack. They want to beat you into submission and just kind of wear on you. The playbook is not super expansive, but they run very well and they execute it. It's going to be second down and call it about 8. He wants it all. It's tightly contested over there. Well covered and a late flag. That was borderline, Joe. They're going to call a flag, and you talk about being upset. I think Oceanside is going to be upset about that. Cooper Webb, check that. That's Jordan Wright's going to be called for interference on that left side over there.
The sleeveless Tajay Watson-Martin was the intended target there.
Absolutely. And here we go. It's a 15-yarder.
It's maybe the second major penalty on this drive for Oceanside.
That's a risky throw, though, because he was well covered. That could have been.
That ball went well up into the elements, too.
It did. It was a YOLO, almost a you only live once. A YOLO pass right there. White hat. They gave me the official's name. I'll run him down again as the game goes on. They've been busy. They've had clock issues as well. Take a look, Joe.
See it right here. Thomas just rolls out. Tries to get that pass away. I'm going to tell you what, there was a lot more offensive contact to me there, Stacy, than there was defense.
Yeah, he circled him, man. He had him in the Russian circle. That was an NWA move right there. Watson-Martin.
Fives battling down the field, and I thought Watson-Martin, if anything, they called it on the defender, so.
Timeout's called. Let's see which team called it. Yeah, Martin, they got another break for BHP because that could have definitely been offensive.
It's the fourth penalty already on the Landsharks here in the first quarter. The BHP has really beaten up on teams in the first quarter this season, Stacy, outscoring their opponents 259 to 15. 259 points in the first quarter of games this season alone.
That is good data there, Joseph Cashin.
And that's putting a foot on someone's throat early in a game.
Let's make it to get the point across.
Yes.
And then ask if there are any questions. The rest of the game. So yeah, they dominated. And 2:48 to play. Timeout. BHP has a drive going, but Joe, it's been more penalties than execution.
30 yards of penalties.
Yeah. If you're Oceanside, you got to clean it up. You have to clean this up.
I'm not sure what the penalty was over on the boundary on that third down play. Though we only got a personal foul. I'm not sure exactly what that was over there. Maybe it's some unnecessary roughness going on away from the play. I mean, it was a mile away from where the ball went.
I think there's definitely some chippiness going on. And referee's trying to get a hold of that. And so far, we've seen.
Now they're sending.
We've seen they send a player off the field. We've seen a couple of fumbles and a muffed punt. So you wonder as the game goes on how much the elements will play a part.
A couple of drop passes, Stacey, that could have been,
absolutely.
I mean, they were right there.
Yeah, we have 2 or 3 drop passes in the ball game. One that we thought could have gone for 6. Back the pass, flush, going out to the left. He has room if he clear this defender across the 40. Grabbed by the shirt, but that's going to be a first down. He made a great decision, Joe, to get out to the pocket, to the left that time. There was room over there for young Noah Thomas.
We also have another flag down in the second there, Stacey. Watch Thomas here. He's able to escape, kind of like Manavian has been able to do. Oceanside steps out of one tackle right there, gets to the boundary, and then gets.
Finally, that was violent. Saw your arm.
He gets slung down 601 right there, but I mean, that's a way to get a guy out of bounds. But there is a flag down, and that's a great job by Thomas to pick up a first down.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is our first down sponsor. They make junk disappear. We'd love to make this rain disappear. That's what we love to do.
No kidding.
.238 now left in the quarter. Another stoppage. I'm trying to understand what's going on here. There's a hold on Belton Honey path. These are some very deliberate calls. Back him up.
It'll be 1st and 8. That hold came well down the field, too, by one of the receivers as Thomas scrambled. That was the penalty there. Not by an interior lineman, but down the field. That's what makes this, it's going to be odd. 1st and 8 now.
First and 8 from the 30. Check at the 41-yard line. 2 wides to the right. Ball was on the ground. It was like, oh, that was a good fake. I'm sorry. A good fake. He faked me out. Carry across the 40-yard line.
It's a direct snap to Earl.
Yeah, they kind of, made me, I looked at Thomas real quickly.
You see it here again.
Yeah.
They put them both back there. Who you go snap it to? Well, you snap it to Earl half the time, it looks like.
Yeah, it's good.
Picks up a couple of tough yards.
Good slight trickeration attempt that time right there. Freezes the defense for a second, maybe. Froze the announcer that time for a second. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Call it 2nd and 5 right here. Thomas. Roll right. A lot of pressure this time. Got hit as he threw it. That ball did not have a lot on it. It was almost intercepted. Great coverage that time for Oceanside by Jordan Wright, the man they got for the PI earlier. He's been covering well. He was covering well on the PI, actually.
Credit Reese Meredith for getting the pressure for Oceanside right there. We've seen both teams, both defenses get really good pressure on the quarterback. Neither one really able to get comfortable in the pass game so far.
Call it 3rd and 6. I got a feeling I don't think they punt this either.
I was about to.
We think alike, Joe. We've been working together.
I think this is 2-down territory. That's what I was thinking.
We've done a lot of games together now. The numbers are mounting. They're going to pass it, though. This could change everything. Just a high throw. Had no chance. Overshot it. Now with 4th and 6, I still think they don't punt it, but now the play calls are different. You put a lot of pressure on that.
Now, I was anticipating run there, I think, as you were, and now 4th and 6.
They're going to punt it.
Well, Thomas is their punter, too, so they are going to punt. So.
Yeah, so they fooled us. And I guess in a game like this, low-scoring game, the weather effect, you don't want to give Oceanside any field. Make them drive the field.
Smart football.
But what makes this a better call, Joe, if you pin them inside the 15? If this goes in the end zone, it's not as great a call. You only gain in 18 yards.
Yeah.
19 yards. So we'll see how he puts it here. And he's angling for the right side over here. This is probably going to go out of bounds inside the 10. That is a good kick down at the 4-yard line. That was well executed.
You can't do it much better.
No, that was great. That makes the call even better when you execute it like that. I tell people all the time, coaching is coaching, but execution makes all coaching look better.
35-yard punt goes out of bounds at the 4.
Perfect. That is perfect. So that's where Aiden Manavian, the talented junior quarterback, man, he's thrown out. I was told, somebody told me he's thrown for, what, 4,700 yards in his career. I mean, 7,400 yards.
And he's thrown for 3,875 this year coming in. So
for 2 years, he's over 7,000 yards in his career. He's just finishing up his junior season, folks. He's got a chance to put up a 10-grander with an average season next year. He's been averaging 3,000 a game a season. That'll be one of the all-time careers in South Carolina. Snapping from the end zone, never good though. High snap. Good job blocking up the middle. Good hold up the middle. Good run. That is a great job up front for the Landsharks. And Muncie picks him up and puts him down. That's going to be a 1-800 gat jump first down for Oceanside.
18-yard pickup from Muncie. You see the whole high snap. Good job by Manavian to reel it in. A couple of missed tackles right there at the point of attack. I mean, BHP had a chance at him, but give credit finally on the stop to Jakari Anderson, but not before an 18-yard pickup.
You see him dive and fly right there?
Yeah, give him a little breather.
Balls across the 20. They like that middle again. Manavian, he's got to hold on to the ball. He did a good job. Ball hand was hit that time, and he got another gash up the middle. That's not the first time Manavian has tried him up the middle. Gain of 8 on that play.
He fumbled on this play earlier in this quarter. Again, he gets good blocking.
And this quarter has been long, by the way.
I was going to say, Stacy, we've been in this first quarter. It seems like more than a minute.
It's lunchtime. Oh, nice move in the hole that time. Did buy him a little time, but just too many red jerseys. I tell you, this defense from Belton Honey flies around. I think it's going to be enough for the first down.
It'll be enough for a fresh set of downs, though.
Yeah, I thought that play had a chance to get more yards. We'll talk about this play, Joe.
Yeah, once again, the Navy hand off to Muncie. Muncie gets just enough.
Yep.
It's a good job by Oceanside here as we work out at the end of the first quarter to give themselves some room.
1-800-GOT-JUNK. They make junk disappear. Our first down spots headed toward the end of the first quarter. This may be the last snap of the first quarter if it's a run. 4 wides in the formation are now empty set. Monavian goes to the slot right now. They're going to direct snap it, a little wildcat. They're going to run it this time to 88. Oh, nice move. That is a nice move in the hole across the 40. Across midfield and hit with a big first down run that time. Terrence Johnson direct snap and well executed. That very athletic run that time, Joe.
Watch the move by Johnson, though. Watch it right here, Stacy. Bounces it one now. Watch. Whoop, there he goes. I mean, that's athlete right there. That's an athlete making the play. He's going to pick up about 21 on that play.
They're playing tag in a phone booth. That's a 1-800.
That's impressive.
1-800-GOT-JUNK first down again right there. That young man has electric socks. The funky footwork, all that good stuff. And that is going to be the end, folks, of the first quarter. We'll step away from Orangeburg, South Carolina, South Carolina State University campus. Your site for the 3A State Football Championships, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Come on back. Welcome back, folks. You see the rain and the preparation for said rain, and we are zeros everywhere. Start of the second quarter. Selling a 3A state championship, Stacey Huff. The legendary Joe Cashin up in the booth. Down on the field, Claire Foley. Joe, you laughing at that?
What?
Claire Foley on the sideline. Bringing you the updates. We'll check in with Claire here in a little bit. And we're about to get it started here. Ball has been a little slippery. The weather's played a part. Oceanside in white on the drive. Belton Honey Path in red. Monavian, the junior quarterback, looking. He wants it all. Man wide open. Caught and in the end zone. Strike up. The Landsharks fights on. What a strike. Monavian to Anthony Williams. How do you do? We have our first score.
96-yard drive by Oceanside Collegiate right there. Monavian did a great job to sidestep the pressure. You'll see it. He'll buy himself just a little bit of time. Watch him step right there step up into that pocket a little bit, and boy, that is an absolute dime. He drops it right in there to Anthony Williams, the wide receiver, for the 47-yard touchdown. You'll see it again from the end zone. Great look at it right here, and Oceanside strikes first.
Williams, the 6'2 junior. That is a Palmetto Bath touchdown. Palmetto Bath, experts in fast, beautiful tub and shower remodels, serving Columbia, Greenville, and Asheville. Learn more at palmettobath.com. Our first Palmetto Bath touchdown of the Weekend of Champions. And on for the extra kick now. Oceanside trying to put the capper on that beautiful scoring strike. We'll give you some love to the. We'll step away, folks, when we come back. It'll be still early second quarter. Belton Honey Path to receive the kick. Stay with us. 7-0 Oceanside with a scoring strike just a moment ago. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashing, Claire Foley here with you. Early second quarter deciding a 3A title. And, of course, stay tuned for the Foundation Solutions halftime report, folks. We'll have a special interview with the South Carolina High School League, first half highlights, and more. All coming up on the Foundation Solutions halftime report. Joe, that was a great play call and great execution for Oceanside. 6
plays, 96 yards, a minute 39 seconds is all it took for them to go the field. And you're right, that was a great play call and tremendous execution. Monavian's 41st touchdown pass of the season. Williams just got behind the defender right there, and it was kind of an easy pitch and catch, to be honest with you, Stacy. That was an impressive Landsharks march. They did it almost, well, they less than 2 minutes, like we mentioned. That's a great way for them to get on the board first.
They called the defensive backs peeking in the backfield.
Sure did.
And blue pass, and Williams is not a guy to play with, 6'2", but he can run. He got past everyone. No deep contain. Kicking off left to right on your screen. By the way, that extra point was by Sumney. The extra point kicking up 7. He's kicking off now 7 in white. In white uniforms, Oceanside kicking off left to right. BHP in red to return. Preferred Appliance brings you our kickoffs, folks. Your trusted appliance sales and repair experts. Preferred Appliance. Toes about to meet leather, and BHP will have a chance to try to answer. Familiar script, though. They fell behind last year, could not make up the distance after the quarterback got hurt, but these same teams play. This is one of 3 rematches in the state championship games this year. The other being Irmo Northwestern and Dutch Fork Somerville, and it'll be a touchback. glad to have you with us, folks. Good, decent crowd, considering the weather. You know, BHP is the town travels. There's those stats right there, Joe.
Pretty one-sided in favor of Oceanside there in that first quarter. Each team with a one turnover. BHP really, if they're going to be successful in this game, they've got to get on track with their running game. That is their bread and butter this season, rushing for nearly 270 yards a game. Didn't get much there in that first quarter, only 24.
Take it over at the 20-yard line. Noah Thomas, young man who got injured in this game last year. Shifted line, flip everything to the left. They're going heavy to the left side. Two receivers on that side as well. Empty set. They're going to do a little flanker look. Just a little pitch right. The inside pitch was actually a pass, and nothing really happening. Oceanside kind of winning the trenches on that play as well.
They're trying to find creative ways to get the ball in the hands of MJ Earl. He comes in on the jet action. Pitch pass there.
Look at our Palmetto Pride scoring summit, Joe.
They had 5 plays, 96 yards, and the 47-yard touchdown pass. Manavian to Williams. That was what got them on the board first.
Palmetto Pride keeping South Carolina beautiful as the state's anti-litter organization. Palmetto Pride brings you that scoring summit. First score of the ball game, only score of the ball game thus far. And nice run up the middle. He has room. It's going to be a first down. Still spinning, still turning across the 40. And hit hard that time. That ball's going to be at the 41.5-yard line. Big run that time for Noah Thomas and a big first down. That is a Stewart Law Officer's first down for BHP.
Noah Thomas is a big part of their running game. You see some good blocks at the point of attack. He cuts it back to the middle of the field. Takes a big hit right there, but they don't wrap up. And he's able to gain about another 10 yards. Thomas has rushed for 709 yards this season coming in, and so he's a big piece of what they want to do on this ground.
One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Officers has over 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit StewartLawOfficers.net today. First down from the 41-yard line. David's going to throw to the right there. He needs a block. He didn't get it. And they have a team meeting over there. A lot of white jerseys over there. He's lucky to get 5 yards on that because the block was missed. I'll tell you, he's been flying around for Oceanside. 33, who made a tackle on that run just there. Tyler Stafford has been playing a great job. 33 in white made that tackle.
Again, you get the ball to your playmaker, Tajay Watson-Martin. Just want to get the ball in his hands and let him be electric out there, but that's a good job. Only a 4-yard pickup by that Oceanside defense.
Stafford only a sophomore as well. Both teams, as I mentioned, have some good underclassmen that are showing promise. Ball's at the 46-yard line. Manageable. Could be a direct snap this time, and that's going to be a decent little run that time. Right to midfield is MJ Earl. Just call him Earl. If you would. Show you probably never watched it. Very good show.
Vaguely familiar.
Pretty good. It's a sneaky funny show. Ball's at the logo. Look at the rain gear. I like the rain gear, though. Coach Pratt, I like it. There's Noah Thomas, young man over there, back for his senior year. 3rd and 3. He's going to roll left. Has a short throw over there and just could not get that ball to Watson over there. Over there to Tajay Watson-Martin. It's going to be 4th down, 4th and 3. I think they keep it, Joe.
Be interesting to see what Russell Blackston does here. It looks like he's going to go ahead and punt it away again because Thomas is also, in addition to being the quarterback, he's a punter. So
yeah, I keep thinking that gamble, but this is a game you don't necessarily want to gamble with the weather. But Blackston's 26 years on the job. Yeah, he's part of the culture there. And they are back-to-back trips to the finals. He got a good punt last time he did this, though. Inside, he hemmed him in. This time it's not as good a punt. It's high. The tip, that ball was very high, and it's going to take the wrong bounce for BHP.
You don't want to.
Joe, that's a net gain of about 20 yards. Right?
Yeah, that's not really what you're looking for right there if you're BHP. You can give Oceanside great field position. Landsharks already with a 7-0 lead.
Actually, about 13. They gained about 13 yards on that punt. Ball was at the 49-yard line, correct? 48. Yeah, it's going to be the ball at the 37-yard line. Yeah, maybe give him 15 on the net on that. That's not what you wanted. And Manavian is kind of got to think he's heating up now, right?
I'm looking for a deep shot here quickly. Yeah, I'm looking for a deep shot because they've had guys open deep a couple of times, Stacy.
Quick change. You go for the strike right here. And he's looking. Oh, that was well covered, but he got it in there. It was a good throw and good catch, but a short gain. It was well covered.
Cooper Webb on the catch, just dragging over the middle.
Yeah. He had a man on him, though. It might have been
Number 23,
J. Watson Martin again.
You see it here again. Manavian, he gets time on this. He just kind of sets himself in there.
23.
That's a good look at it. Able to make that completion for about 4.
Jakari Anderson, 23, is impressing me, man. I talked to coach in the area up there. Coach the Kansas City. Impressive. After that ball's on the ground, it's on the ground. I think Oceanside might have got back on it. Oceanside might have got back on it.
I think BHP's got it.
BHP thinks you're right. It's taking a long time.
That ball might be changing hands a lot down there.
The referee has not said a thing. Now we get the signal from the white hat. Take a look, Joe. Opposite right here at the mesh point.
Yeah, there's a mesh point mishap right there. Now it's who's strongest, who can get that ball.
Joe, he took that ball from Manavian. Manavian gets to this ball at the same time. They're there together, right? That ball was taken from him at the bottom of that pile right there. It was just taken out of his hands. That's a Columbia SC stop of the game nominee right there. We got a couple of good plays to consider. Stop of the game is something we'll be talking about. Experience Columbia. Make new memories with friends and family in Columbia, the heart of South Carolina. Brings you our stop of the game. We'll tell you who that'll be as the game unfolds.
That's their second turnover. The Landsharks, their second turnover this game. And if you're BHP, you have to capitalize on this field position. This is must-score territory, in my opinion.
Second fumble of the game you've recovered. You got to get some points at that point.
Yep.
They're going 2 wides to the near side. On our side of the field, 1 back is Earl. Thomas is going to roll left again. He's going to the other side, wide open. Great play design. The ball's in the air too long.
He's out of bounds.
He didn't even catch it. He didn't even give him a chance to catch it. I thought he might have caught it, but stepped out of bounds on the turn. They're going to call it incomplete. He's wide open.
He's wide open, but he's out of bounds when he catches it.
Look at how the ball's in the air. The ball.
Thomas just tried to turn around and throw it back the other way, and he's... Yeah, I mean, that might be 6. That ball gets there a little quicker.
Great play call. They caught him with a miss. It was an okie doke. They had everything flowing left. He leaked out to the right side over there, just stood there doing jumping jacks. Lonesome. He was so lonesome, he was emailing folks. He was writing letters home, Joe.
It didn't look like they were set on the left side of the line of scrimmage either, BHP.
2nd and 10. They're going to give it to Earl this time, and just too much traffic in there. Too many white jerseys. Gain of maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and behind the sticks again. They've missed opportunity.
Just can't run the ball, Stacey.
No, they cannot.
Have not been able to get the ground game untracked whatsoever. That Oceanside defense has done a great job. And you see Mike Jones right there. He goes both ways. Wofford commit. Big-time player for Oceanside. Does a great job. And now BHP faced with 3rd and long here after the fumble recovery.
Right now, got to ask your quarterback, Thomas, to complete a pass right here. Got to throw some line drives here. He's going to roll left. Double move on the outside. Hit. The ball's on the ground. Scoop. Thought about a scoop and score, but it's going to be a recovery. What a hit. What a recovery. Roll Parson. Rolls his boat through the rain and gets the fumble recovery.
Noah Thomas just never saw the defender. He never saw Parson. You see it here. He rolls out to his left. And again, he's trying to set and throw back against his body. Boom! There you go. There's the big hit.
11. We'll talk about him later in the broadcast. Joey
Harry. I mean, he's a big-time defender for Oceanside Collegiate. He comes up with a big stick. Never saw him, did Thomas. Coughs up the football. Boy, now Oceanside, they get the stop they were looking for.
7:29. Let's notate that mark right there. Momentum definitely in white and blue right now. And turnover begets turnover, Joe. Both teams have dropped a couple of them. Oceanside has capitalized with a touchdown. And right here, they're going back to the ground with Muncie. Gain of about 3. Good job up front for BHP. But that one pass to Williams has been the difference in the ball game.
That one pass that was complete, and then the incomplete pass BHP tried for MJ Earl.
Right, good point.
Had him there. The one that one team hit, and the one that the other one missed.
Yes, you know that. They say in basketball it's a make or miss league. Football could be make or miss as well.
Indeed.
The throw was made by Manavian, and the completion was not made by BHP, and that's the 7-0 difference. Under 7 left in the half. Muncie tries the left side, nowhere to go. And again, a young man is flying all over the field. Number 61, Kylan Dixon is, listen, this kid is playing quite a game.
Not sure if that was a missed assignment up front or he just beat his guy. I mean, he's unblocked. He's unaccounted for. Yeah, they just kind of twisted him in there, and no one picked him up, and he just shot through that gap, and boom.
Dude, He used good speed, good acceleration that time, good strength. And when he got there in a bad attitude, in a bad mood.
He looked like in a bad mood.
Absolutely. 5'10", 300 pounds. He can move it. 3rd and 8. Look at the left. Drop down and threw a sidearm a little bit. That's going to be a completion for a first down. He goes to his man, Terrence Johnson, having a ball game right here. And that's going to be moving the sticks for the Navian and Oceanside. Call that a Stewart Law officer's first down.
That's another 3rd down conversion by this Oceanside offense. You called it, Stacey. He kind of drops the sidearm right there.
Good job finishing that run, that catch and run. And Navy just throwing strikes right now.
He's able to find just a soft area of that deep zone coverage just to kind of settle in there and pick up a first down.
Got good size, 6'2" wide receiver. He's had a couple good catches already, a senior. I was at the 44-yard line, and the Navy flushed, and it's just too much going on. They won in the trenches that time, did BHP. They did a great job collapsing that pocket for him. Raining. This is second sack.
Rainey is raining out there, isn't he? He's raining sacks. His second one. Watch it right here. Manavian tries to step up in the pocket. There's just a red sea right there.
Yeah, he had 62. The other twin. Talking about. No, so that's Kamarion Glenn. Colin Dixon and Kamarion Glenn have both been staunch in that middle. That's going to put him behind the sticks now. You're talking about 2nd down and 14 for Manavian. He's hit some big throws. He's going to have to be asked to do it again here. Looking right, going to be a little flip pass out to Muncie. And just look at the red jerseys, Joe. 4 red jerseys in the neighborhood, 2 make the hit. And yeah, my guy, again, I'm so impressed with this kid. I don't know what college is scouting him. Somebody get that dude to call. 23 is big time. Jakari Anderson.
BHP right there. That was kind of a quick toss there. Well, just really didn't stretch the defense at all right there. They didn't have to run very far. They were able to track down Muncie quickly. And no pickup, and now all of a sudden here's Oceanside going under 5 minutes and a half. Looking at 3rd and long. They can pick these up, Stacey, with their passing game.
They really can. This game, they have been lethal. When they've been with the time and with the clear lines to throw, the receivers have been doing a great job getting open for them. You see they dial up right here behind the sticks. 3rd and 14. Big play for BHP for both teams. BHP trying to get off the field. Bubble screen, and it's just too much traffic in there. And he did a good job stretching this play out to get what he could. It was not a lot there, though. Just red jersey. They kind of was ready for it, it looks like, Joe.
A lot of traffic, you called it, Stacey. A lot of red jerseys in the middle of all that. You just want to try to get it to your playmaker, Terrence Johnson, who made a spectacular play on a direct snap earlier in this game. He's trying all he can. Yeah. That gets him back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's a silky smooth athlete, but it just wasn't enough real estate to pick up right there. 4th and 10 now. And Joe, you know what? You know who's not on the field?
I don't see a punter.
There's no punter on the field.
Plus, Manavian's going to quick kick this thing.
Yeah,
it's an interesting decision here by Coach LaPrade.
He made quick kick this. 4 wides in the formation. And why would you do that? Give him 5 free yards given to him by Rainey. He played a heck of a ball game. He just, for no reason, Joe, just ran across the line of scrimmage. And I'm sure Coach LaPrade appreciates it.
Well, that's 5 free yards. Turns 4th and 10 into 4th and 5, and makes it a little bit easier now if you're going to go for this.
He gave him a 5-yard coupon. 3:42 left in the half. And I don't know if they were bluffing or not, but they may really want to go for it now with the 5 extra yards.
I absolutely think they'll go for it. I think maybe that was to see if they could get 5 free yards out of it.
And it works, because now, if you don't get it now, you got a team that struggled offensively inside their own 40-yard line. It's not as much of a gamble from here. So if they keep on the ground or go to the air, but David has some good throws. He's going to drop back, looks over the middle. He wanted everything, but threw it that time. A great check down, great throw, nice catch that time on the sidelines of Kai Munson, the senior. And that's going to move those chains to a low officer's first down.
BHP gambled, and they dropped everybody in the coverage. They only rushed 3 guys right here. And Manavian, well, he just gets too much time. I just don't think you can give Manavian that much time to throw the ball. You call it. He checks it down. Muncie, he's able to kind of get away over there on the near boundary. Manavian's able to find him and picks up a big 4th down conversion.
Check them out and visit StewartLawOffices.net today. Over 25 years, they've protected the rights of the injured. Inside the 25-yard line, threatening that red zone. Look to the right this time and threw in coverage, and he might have completed. That's just a strike. If he got that through, oh, that's a beautiful throw and good catch that time to the 5-yard line, but the flag is down.
I think you're going to have pass. I think you're going to have DPI here, defensive pass interference too. I mean, that's just a hole shot, Stacy. You get it above the corner and underneath the safety. Banavian just threw a dart in there.
He can get hot now. They're going to decline it. They're going to decline that. That is going to be a first down. Stuart Lawford's first down for Oceanside, and it is our first real red zone threat. Doctors Implants brings you our red zone sponsorship, empowering people through full mouth dental implants. Doctors Implants. And that is a sponsor before we take down for the partnership. Talk about this play, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is just what they call a hole shot. You try to get it over the safety and before the, over the corner, under the safety before he can get there. That's what happens right there. Maybe just a little quick two-step drop, and he's able to throw that laser in there. Now you got a guy on. Okay, they're going to send a defender over there.
He didn't get his head around that time either.
Nope.
He caught him sleeping. So they keep it on the ground here. And that's a wildcat snap directly. Terrence Johnson.
A.J. Miles comes up with the stop for BHP. This is gun check time for the Bears, Stacy.
They snapped it directly to Terrence Johnson that time, and they've tried that play before. Nothing happening. Good job for BHP. That's a gut check. Talk about the surge.
Great penetration by that BHP front. And Miles is able to come in there and make that stop for a loss.
That was great. Hustle around that end that time. And again, without jumping off sides. You try to anticipate the snap, but you can't jump early. You can't give them 3 yards here for sure. So now you want to put them in a situation where they got to make a 4th down decision, but you got to get the 4th down first. Yes, good stop on 1st down. 1:40 mark approaching right here in the first half. And they're going to throw it to the left right there. He needs 1 block. He didn't get the block he needed. He got a block, but he didn't get the block he needed. And he's going to still fight, keep the legs turning. That's a great job of hustling over there. I think that's Ty Garner, number 4 it is. Good job trying to keep that play alive. Almost broke free, Joe. Talk about it.
Trying to get a matchup at him, trying to get numbers, trying to get blockers. You got 1 blocker and 2 defenders. Able to cut it back into the middle, but right into the pursuit of that BHP defense. Are able to pick up a couple this Oceanside. Down to the 2, but not quite get there.
3rd down. This is the play right now. You got to put pressure on them. If you're about 100 path, you got to make them make a 4th down decision. Especially with the clock being a thing now. We're under a minute in the first half. BHP trying to preserve only a 1-score deficit. Direct snap again. He dropped the ball, and that might help him. He's going to score. Touchdown, Oceanside. Put it on the board. Strike up. The Landsharks fights on Terrence Johnson on a botch snap. He's going to walk in around the right side and change the scoreboard. What a play on a broken play. Palmetto bounce touchdown. Talk about it, Joe.
Saw it. He drops the ball, and it kind of looks like everybody just stands there for a moment, and the next thing you know, he's able to scoop it up and scamper into the end zone. Terrence Johnson on that play. What started as disaster turns into glory.
Joe, I'm an old middle infielder. They call that the candy hop. That thing popped right into you. Can't answer. That's the candy hop right there. That's a sweet one right there. It bounced right
back to you.
Right back to him, man. Sumney in for the extra point. Jackson Sumney, hands to the sky. 14 Landsharks. Bears have gone honey path 0, folks. We're crowning the 3A state champion right here in Orangeburg. Stay with us, folks. Welcome back, folks. We're in the final minute of the first half here from Orangeburg, South Carolina, the campus of South Carolina State University. Our host once again doing a great job for the South Carolina High School League Weekend of Champions. Broadcast brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Of course, Adventure Children's Museum is all about play with a purpose, folks, and they're going to check that. We have the Stanley Law Group Player of the Game coming up. I want to make sure I get that for you. Stanley Law Group brings you our Player of the Game coming up in the 4th quarter, and you don't want to miss that. We got some candidates emerging early, Joe.
We sure do, Stacy. It's been an interesting 2nd quarter. I think maybe one of your early candidates might be Terrence Johnson. He's made a couple of nice plays in this game. He scored on a 2-yard touchdown run we just saw, which gave Oceanside the 14-0 lead. A 55-yard drive and 11 plays unofficially. Teams exchanging turnovers. Oceanside being able to force a turnover from BHP and convert that. And BHP will get the ball first coming out, and I don't know with 45 seconds left in the half if Russell Blackston is going to get
And also, we will
We're
have
risky here to see if he can try to get something. Of course, a lot will depend on this kickoff return, too. See where they wind up.
Preferred Appliance kickoff coming up. Preferred Appliance, your trusted appliance sales and repair experts. And, of course, we do have adventures or play of the game sponsored as well. With Adventure Museum, we'll have a play of the game coming up later in the game as well. Kickoff inside the 5, and they're going to bring it out. Of course, you have to, and it's going to be a big collision at the 15. Not a great return. Not what you want with BHP. The offense that's been stagnant, Joe. 37 seconds seems like not a lot of time. You haven't been able to complete long passes.
Yeah, just haven't been able to get much going. But who has been able to get something going is Oceanside. You see their drive right there. 11 plays, 55 yards officially. Johnson, the 2-yard touchdown run. The Palmetto Pride scoring summary right there. They lead it now 14-0. Again, BHP will get the ball coming out to start the second half. But they have got to try to figure out a way to get this running game on track, Stacy.
Palmetto Pride brings you a scoring summary. Keeping South Carolina beautiful as the state's anti-litter organization, folks. Palmetto Pride, we thank them for that. You're right, Joe. You got to see what they can do here. They haven't been very successful getting the ball in the air. They're going to go across the middle right here, and that's 23, who's played well on defense. Now he's catching the ball, fighting for yards. That is a tough kid, Jakari Anderson. They're going to move the sticks right there, and that's going to temporarily stop the clock. Gain of about 17 on that. In our Stewart Law Office's first down. They got to be on the move here. Got to be in a hurry. 26 seconds now when they spot it.
All 3 timeouts. You'll see it right here. The one's a little end cut right there, and able to make the completion. Picks up a good gain on first down for BHP.
They got to do it again. They got to get this ball down the field, and he's going to run it. Thomas out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Not necessarily what you need with 12 seconds. That's about 2, maybe 3 plays, Joe. And again, they have not gotten the chuck yardage. I don't know what the field goal kicker situation is there, but you're almost at Hail Mary time in just a moment. So throw it as far as you can. No cutoff man allowed in football. So you got to throw it from his heels and see what you can get. Even though pass interference is not a bad play for Oceanside. It's only 15 yards. So not like the NFL. So it's just, it's not a spot foul. So they're going to be aggressive on defense here with 12 seconds. Thomas rolling to the right. Thought he was going to try to launch it up there. He did. Now he launches late and outside. 6 seconds left in the half. 2-score lead now for Oceanside.
Pretty amazing by this Oceanside defense. It's a BHP offense that came in averaging about 49 points a game on the season and 14 wins. Unless something miraculous happens, they will have 0 headed to the locker room.
So ball's at the 36-yard line. Yeah, this is it right here. This is the. They may just go. Well, I thought they might go victory formation, just go to the locker room, but they're going to toss it one more time, Joe. This will be your last play, barring an interference call. Your last play of the first half. Empty backfield. Thomas nowhere to go. He just throws it in the air. And it really hit the ground in 1 second. I think they're going to let that. They're going to send him to the locker room. Both teams are glad to go get dry, I think. And they're going to head off. That's your halftime score. Oceanside Landsharks trying to get another chip. 14. Delta Honey Path Bears 0. Lots of good halftime stuff coming up, folks, for you. Just a moment here, we'll go down and check every one of our coaches. It's been quite a wet and moist, fumble-prone first half for both teams, and Delta Honey Path hadn't been able to get on track offensively. So, let's go out to this field with Claire Foley and the coach. What's up, Claire?
Thanks, guys. Coach, a lot of factors out of your control so far. Obviously, you had the weather in there and then the clock disruptions to start your opening drive. How did you see your team settle in to put up 2 scores so far?
Yeah, we were a little too wound up early. That's going to happen in these big games. But good thing for us, our message all year has been, worry about the things that we can control. Stuff that's out of our hands, there's nothing we can do about. So I thought we were rattled a little early. We got settled in and started playing our brand of football. I was proud of the guys in the second quarter settling in.
So far, your defense is holding a BHP offense that's been really electric this year. What are they doing that's disrupting their balance?
Yeah, we play fast and physical on defense, and these conditions have a lot. They're hurting both offenses right now. So as long as we can, you're not going to stop a great offense like BHP, but we can contain them and make it hard for them to score, and that's what our defense has done in the first half.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much.
And with that, we step away. Stay tuned for halftime. 14-0 from Orangeburg, South Carolina. High School League Weekend of Champions 3A championship game. Welcome back in, folks. Charlie W. Johnson, Bulldog Stadium on the campus of South Carolina State. 14-0 we stand before we get to the third quarter. Oceanside over Belton Honey Pal, Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin here. And Joe, it's been a great year, outstanding plays all over the nation. Let's take a look at some of the best of the plays across the nation on the games of the week. Check it out.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Ron, nice cut move and a hurdle. He's still on his feet. Are you kidding me? Caleb Ron, touchdown. Oh my goodness, what did he just do?
He will roll right, under pressure, still on his feet, trying to find somebody downfield. He's in trouble. He'll throw it to the back of the end zone. The receiver's wide open. Touchdown, McQueen.
Michael Henry got his field goal blocked, caught it, and said, look what I found. Touchdown. In one of the most bizarre football plays you will ever see.
Pressure, throws it downfield to the middle of the field. What a catch, coming up and grabbing the ball.
Oh my goodness. I had no idea it was one-handed that he grabbed that thing and hauled it in.
Another rush, they're gonna throw the screen and it's intercepted. How about the big fella, Akeem Davis? Davis staying on his feet. Look at him go. Davis.
It's like a scrum.
They can't bring him down. Akeem Davis is still moving. At the 30, at the 25, he's stuck out of there. Are you kidding me, Akeem Davis? He is in for the touchdown.
55-yard field goal from the left hash. The kick is up, and it is. It's good at the buzzer. Bryant is the hero for the Buccaneers.
Welcome back, folks. Before the start of the third quarter, let's go down to the sideline with Claire Foley and coach for BHP. Claire.
Coach, obviously some factors out of your control in terms of the weather. It's been affecting both sides of this game. What is the message to settling it down and trying to play with what you have here?
Well, that's what we got to do. We're down 14, and it's halftime. We got to go make adjustments, get back in the game. The great thing is we get the ball here. We're just trying to play one play at a time. We get back and score in this thing, 14-7. We got a chance. But even if we got to move the ball here, make something happen. And it's bad weather. It's bad weather for them, so that's not an excuse.
Your run game is one of your strengths. What's it going to take to get them going?
Well, we're going to throw the ball to get it going. Is what we're going to do because we can't run it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. And we're about set for the beginning of the third quarter. There's Noah Thomas. It's going to be on him. He said he's going to throw it. That jump at number 7 right there.
Interesting.
It's on the senior.
Interesting that, and maybe it's a way to loosen up that line of scrimmage. I mean, Oceanside's been committing a lot of guys up there to try to slow BHP down on the run game. One way to get them loosened up a little bit is to be able to complete a few passes.
That's Coach Pratt right there on your screen right there. He mentioned the weather affecting the team a little bit, and Coach Blackson made a good point. They're both playing under the same weather, but Oceanside has capitalized twice. The air part of it, which you knew they would have coming in, has really served them well.
Yep. Even
though it's rainy, and I thought the wet conditions might serve BHP better. They can't get traction. They can't move Oceanside in the middle. Kickoff coming up, folks. Brought to you by Preferred Appliance, your trusted appliance sales and repair experts. You heard Claire Foley in the sideline doing a great job as always on the field. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin here high in the booth here at Oliver C. Dawson Stadium. I think I might have misspoken earlier. I did a couple of Benedict games early in the season. I might have mentioned that stadium. Oliver C. Dawson on the campus of South Carolina State, folks. Always accommodating hosts. Glad to be here with them and have them as a host again. And right there with his heels on the goal line where it says Bulldogs is the return man, Watson Martin, for Belton Honey Path. They need to start off big here this third quarter, Joe.
No question. Be helpful to get a big return.
And he went into the end zone. That's going to be automatic touchback.
Which they won't do.
Right. In high school league, for those who don't know, once the ball crosses that line, there's non-returnable. And high school football has been that way for many years now. Automatic touchback, whether the receiver wants to come out or not. See those sleeves cut off we talked about? I called that shot right there. I knew he was coming out those sleeves after that fumble, that muff punt earlier. They got to get the ball to that kid. 5, somehow. There's the senior quarterback, Noah Thomas. You mentioned he got hurt last year.
He did. Broke his collarbone in this game. Yeah. State championship last year. And that was really kind of finish of any chance BHP might have had
they went straight
offensively.
That was a vicious game. A lot of big hits.
It was.
This game has been physical. 1st and 10 from the 20. Belton Honey Path in the red going left to right on your screen. Oceanside What a staunch stop. Yeah, that defensive line from Oceanside is becoming more and more dominant. They got to come up with something else. Earl got nothing and had to like it. 9, one of the main guys in there, playing a good game. Reese Meredith, talk about it.
Four-man front right there trying to run against it. They just can't move anybody. Big number 9 in there, Reese Meredith, in there to stuff up any run lane that they might have had. And this Oceanside defensive front, they have won the line of scrimmage.
Referees generously gave him a yard on that play. That was generous. Throw it this time. Might have got tipped. Just a lot of air in that ball. He has 5. Tell you, they got to get it to him. He caught it. I think he came down with that. They're going to call it a catch. They got it to their playmaker. That is a good throw. A lot of air in it, but a nice catch going up. Tajay Watson-Martin.
28 yards, and here's Thomas. He just kind of drifts left, comes back to the right. You want to get it to your big-time playmaker. It's a way to do it. 28-yard pickup.
1-800-GOT-JUNK, first down. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. They make junk disappear, and that play was the opposite of junk. That was the good stuff, not the junk. Those throws have a lot of air, though, Joe. You want to be a little more, give more time to do something with the ball. I was at the 48-yard line. And Thomas is going to keep it, and just nothing happened. 24 once again in there. Had himself a good ball game. Roe Parsons played well. Caused a fumble earlier with a big hit.
I tell you, Mike Jones, number 70, he really can't be blocked. He doesn't. We won't get credit for this, but he just gums this whole thing up. I mean, big number 70 in there in white. He's a run stopper in there.
Yeah, but he's a young man. That's the Wofford commit, I think we mentioned earlier.
Plays both ways.
24 right there. I think Roe Parsons played himself quite a game. And for a senior, his last game in that uniform, you want to go out playing a game like some of these seniors are doing for both teams. 100 pass behind the stick, 2nd and 12. They're going to try the middle again, Joe, and not a lot going there. Got about 4. That's MJ Earl.
Let's get Harriet on the tackle for Oceanside.
Harriet's young man is an interesting young man, but we have time to talk about his story a little bit as the game goes on. Harriet. They got to follow the rule in the middle of the line of scrimmage, and they got to find a way to get some passes downfield. They got to get some confidence off the one connection they just got to Watson-Martin. Ball right at midfield. Look over the middle. No, he's thinking to the left. He's behind everyone. The ball's underthrown badly, and it's going to be intercepted. Michael Strickler, and it is a flag down, but Strickler just read that like a punt. Too much air to that football, Joe.
That thing was wobbling and all kind of stuff, just tumbling up there, but there is a flag.
Yeah, this could be the contact downfield. We'll get them to adjudicate the malfeasance, Joe. You see I'm talking about it right there, conversing right now. Adjudication process. Samuel Davis Jr., our referee. It is pass interference, so BHP gets a break on that one.
That's a break. I mean, there are 3 defenders back there in coverage. And Thomas, he just chucks his ball up in the air.
YOLO throw right there. Yeah. 5 had a chance at it as well. If Strickler doesn't intercept that, Wright is right there as well. They both are there. Strickler intercepted it from Wright. That's what happened.
Yeah, I just don't know about that one right there, Stacey. I mean, I thought that was pretty good coverage on a well underthrown ball, but
they're still talking about it.
Yeah.
The Usher Board meeting right here. There's Coach LaPrade on your screen. He's interested in the conversation.
What if they're going to wave this off?
They said it was tipped because it was tipped. Yeah. No, so that's going to be an interception.
There you go.
Inside football. It was tipped, and then contact is good after the tip. So Strickler give him the interception. And that was just a athletic play where the ball was available. They say the ball might have been deflected from the line of scrimmage.
Ball went straight up. Let's see it again. Here's Thomas. He'll take the snap. See if anybody gets close to it. I just think they waved it off. I think they got together and waved it because you see the contact there, but
I saw a referee doing his hand, hitting his hand.
He may have, but
it was not. Yeah, it was not deflected a line of scrimmage.
I'd love to see where it got hit before it got picked.
They correct the call that should have been made.
Which I kind of agree with.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think they made the right call.
Yeah, just get it right. They got it right. However they arrived at it, that shouldn't have been an interference. We don't know. And apparently they don't think so either. The ball will be Oceanside football. They have the 14-point lead. All the momentum. And the ball at the 21-yard line. That kid, Manavian, we talked about him earlier, over 7,500 yards as a junior. Next year, he may have a chance. He'll have a chance to touch 10,000.
Well, I think he gets 10,000.
Easy. Might be 11. Yeah, it might be 11. Muncie, look, counter step. Hit hard at the 23-yard line. Another pair of defense has not played bad.
They really haven't, Stacy. I mean, that was Grady Melton on the stop right there. You'll see Muncie, he just tries to bounce this out to the right, and Grady Melton's able to close and make the sure tackle for just a short gain. But I'll tell you this, if Oceanside gets 3 scores up in this game, BHP's going to be a real, I mean, it's like people out there going like, duh. Yeah, I mean, if they get 3 scores up the way their defense is playing, it's going to be tough for the Bears.
BHP, because they've already struggled running the ball. Yep. Be predictable the other way, passing the ball. And the coach already said they're going to pass it more, but after the interception, we'll see if he adjusts that. Oh, that ball off the hands. This could just be an incomplete pass. Off the hands of number 4, Ty Garner. Only a sophomore. He's allowed some playing time as a 10th grader.
I'll tell you, Manavian can put some heat on that. He's got a rifle. He can put some heat on that football out there. That had some steam on it.
Yeah, listed at 6'1". Even has another year to grow and all that kind of thing. But he's going to be a kid that's definitely going to play on Saturdays. And what level will be determined. But he has like cannon, which we saw the last couple of years.
Big play here for BHP's defense. They've got to get off the field here.
3rd and 8 for Oceanside. Headed toward the 8-minute mark. Manavian dancing in the pocket again. He's going to run it. He slid down early and got hit. There's no rule about giving yourself up, not getting hit in high school, but he got hit after he slid. Borderline, Joe.
Well, they gave him forward progress on the slide, too, it looked like.
Because he was short of that first down.
Good pressure by BHP to flush Manavian here. You see the edge pressure, and he's able to scramble out of there, and he starts to slide, and he's about a yard short of his first down.
He started, when he started slid, should have been 2 yards. They gave him an extra yard on that. And they're keeping everybody in.
This is to try to draw BHP off.
Got to be. As a BHP, you got to be careful. They don't just run up the middle, too. They've had success running the ball up the middle. Let's see if they try to snap this thing here. You can't jump. And they almost did. He did the hard clap.
That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they almost jumped that time.
They're not going to snap this.
No, they're not. They're hard clap. Yeah, and it would be a shaky move. You already got control of the game, up 2 scores. Why give them the ball? We'll step away with them, folks. Oceanside Collegiate, 14, Belton Honey Path 0. It's a 3A state championship game, SCHSL Weekend of Champions. Back at it, folks. 33 seconds. Check that. That was a clock. Look at that clock on your screen right there. 7:23 left, and a timeout looks like it was called right before the snap. It's 4th and 1.
Oceanside called a timeout.
Trying to get them to jump. They're going to end up punting this thing away, Joe. Now, folks, during the 4th quarter of today's game, we'll be selecting the Bojangles Defensive Player of the Game, and the Elite High School Basketball Showcase returns next week to Ridgeview High School in Columbia, folks. The Bojangles Bass features 11 teams competing in 9 games over 3 days, including Jermaine O'Neal's dynamic prep. Tickets and details at bojanglesbash.com. Jermaine O'Neal's team is really good. His son is on that team. And I like the announcer for that game. The PA announcer for this Bojangles Bash happens to be myself.
You do a great job with that, Stacey.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. I love that tournament. It's right near the house. I live in the area. It's a great time. I've been there for every year of the Bojangles Bash. It's grown into one of the major tournaments in the nation. Shout out to Brian Rosefield and those guys that put it on over there in Bojangles Bash. Folks, this game right here is, I believe, Joe, with 7:23 left right here, I think Belton Honey Path this next drive has got to show something.
Unquestionably.
Yeah, they can't keep giving the ball back to Manavian. I mean, he's already up 2 scores, and they're going to quick snap it, and they're going to get they blew that dead. They blew that dead. They tried to trick him and quick snap it to the up man, which is Terrence Johnson. They wildcatted it to him a couple times, but the ref will give us the call. Left game.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of cat and mouse here on this 4th and 1 by Oceanside, and it looked like they might have had him in a personnel bind. And then BHP wanted to try to call a timeout. Now there's a flag that's down.
The Belton Honey Path coach came on the field. They threw a flag. This might be on the sideline here.
I think there could be, but well, a lot going on here to unpack.
One of the assistants, I believe, Belton Honey Path will outpass the numbers, which the referees don't like that. They're not fond of you coming out past the numbers to talk to them. They ask you, they want you to call them over to come talk to them. They don't want you on the field. So we'll see if that's something on top. They got the call, though. Belton Honey Path had the call. They won it. Delay of game, right? So this is how the game started, Joe. Remember a lot of conversations?
There's a lot of stuff going, a lot of moving parts and pieces to what we're looking at right now.
Interesting.
4th and 1 has kind of turned into.
Delay of game. Offense.
Delay of game.
5-yard penalty. Good.
This could be an Oceanside first down by the time they figure all this out.
Of course, the practice like, where's the other thing? Where's the other part? Give us the other call. People are booing.
Ball was dead. Personal foul against the offense. After this is the goal. Still 4th down.
The personal foul is against Oceanside. Something happens.
Scratch an Oceanside first down then.
Quite the opposite, Joe. Fourth and a long distance phone call. Sideline warning for
the sideline warning is the assistant you were talking about.
The 2 adjudicatable calls were against Oceanside.
Yeah. Okay. Not sure what the personal foul where that came in.
So they're gonna do the little Michael Jackson moonwalk backwards here, and really it's gonna be 4th down and 601 highway for Oceanside.
About it.
They might throw this all the way back to Charleston to get the first down. Folks are booing. I think fans of both sides are upset now for just whatever reason. And it's wet outside also. That doesn't help. Punting from your end zone. 4th and 18. This needs to be a good punt if you're Oceanside. You don't want to help BHP out with field position. Fair catch called inside Oceanside territory. That is the ever dangerous young man. They've got to get the ball to more. Number 5 in red. That is Tajay Watson-Martin. Has the one long catch the last drive, Joe. They got to figure out a way to let him touch it, though.
Well, you're starting on plus territory now if you're BHP. I mean, you really couldn't ask for much better here. Your way this game has unfolded to this point. Obviously, you'd like to be in the lead, but you're not. You're 14-0 down, still plenty of time. This is very doable, but this is field position again that BHP has got to go get some points to try to get back in this game and get something on track offensively.
And as fast as Oceanside has been flowing to the football, do you wonder if they go some reverse action here, some against the grains, get them flowing one way? Because they're just fast and physical. I mean, Oceanside has been playing great on defense, especially up front. First down at the 49. They're going to look over the middle this time. Thomas, he's going to break the pocket. He's directing traffic. He's going to tuck it and get right at 5 yards. That's a decent run that time on first down, but couldn't get anyone free down the field, Joe.
He's trying to direct some traffic and trying, I think, to get one of his backs to flow down the field a little bit, but of course he was unable to get in the ball, and he's able to pick up a little bit of yards. So he picks up about 5, as you call it. You see him scrambling right here, Stacy. Gets kind of flushed. Then he, again, trying to direct some traffic that says, you know what, I'm just going to do what I can on the ground and step out of bounds.
And they're not afraid of him throwing the ball downfield, so they're not going for a lot of fakes. They're just not afraid of him throwing it over their heads. 2nd and 6, call it. MJ Earl thought he had a little room there, but it got a good surge, so it's going to be 3rd and very manageable. 3rd and 2 from the 41-yard line. Good job on the left side. Got a player down for Belton Honey Path, face down on the field. They're going to get some attention. The lineman down for the Bears.
That is number 60 who's down. That's Keegan Mosher. He's a starting left guard.
Trainers on both sidelines are converging at number 60. Well, let's take a look if we see it right here.
Yeah, this looks like they're a little outside zone play there with Earl, and then
the leg of a defender.
Yeah, he's swept caught up in the mob, caught up in the wash there.
Reese Meredith's legs kind of whipped back into that play and took the legs out from under Mosher. Right on the shin area, which that shin area is real sensitive.
Yeah, and on a cold, wet day, it just kind of accentuates that.
So he's in a lot of pain, and hopefully there's nothing broken and he can get up there. So they tend to that left leg, it looks like. So we'll see how they get him up on to put some weight on it. He'll return, but both coaches use this as a huddle opportunity, Joe. I think there's a lot in the balance at 6:45. They get him on his feet. That's what you want to see right there.
Yeah.
6:45 to play. This is a huge play coming up, we both believe, for Belton Honey Path. He's putting weight on that left leg. It's like third. The sticks still say 3rd and 2.
I think it's 4 down territory.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. All right, no doubt. But again, we said that last time, and they threw the ball.
We did.
So You know, with 2 yards, though, you can't throw it on third and come back and get 2 yards if you trust it. But the offensive line has not had their way with Oceanside as they have all season. You mentioned the score. They've been blowing teams out, man. They've been manhandling folks, just mashing teams, not tricking anybody, just rolling their sleeves saying we're bigger and tougher than you are, and we're just going to run past you. They haven't been able to do that today. Let's see if they
haven't been able to move Oceanside.
Yep, so we're doing 3rd and 2 right here. One man to the left. They're going to empty the backfield for Thomas, and he throws it sideways. He's got to beat a man. He's going to lose yardage, Joe. It was 3rd and 2. It's going to be 4th and 3. And guess who was the first guy there? The guy I've been talking about. I'm impressed with Ty Stafford, the sophomore, number 33. He gets there, and also Roe Parson.
Roe Parson also there. They try to go side to side here. Just throw it out there to Earl, try to get a couple of blocks over there, but that Oceanside defense flows very well east to west. They're able to get a loss of yards, loss of 2.
25, DeMonte Green, the junior, also in there as well. So 33, 24, and 25 converge. And it just went wide with that play, Joe. You lose a yard. So now 4th and 4, it becomes a different situation. They're going to empty the backfield again and put it on the shoulders of Thomas, the senior quarterback, number 7 there. 3 wides to the left. They'll bring a man in motion, the slot guy, for extra protection. And he steps up. Ball gets hit. The ball's on the ground. That is Oceanside football. It would have been anyway on 4th down, but it's recovered. Ball was hit, I believe, by Sawyer Arnold.
That's who it was, Stacy. Backside pressure, and Thomas never saw him. And Sawyer Arnold, you'll see it right here. He's able to get the strip sack. You'll see it. He just comes in here. Whoop, there goes the ball. It's loose on the ground. Ball's out. And
Harriet.
Once again, another turnover.
That is a experienced Columbia stop of the game candidate right there. Make new memories with friends and family in Columbia, the heart of South Carolina. Experience Columbia. Sawyer Arnold's playing himself a good game. A lot of these seniors are popping up. It's your last game at high school, man. You want to be on the last Saturday or last weekend of the season, and you want to walk away with a ring, the chip. And 6 groups of seniors will do it this weekend. We have 6 games, folks. This is the first of 3 tonight. Today, and then 3 more tomorrow. Joe Cash and I'll have a game noon tomorrow as well, but there are 2 more games tonight. Stretching it wide, and good surge up front by BHP is a lot of my guy. First of all, Jakari Anderson, 23, has always been in the play, but that was Muncie with the loss. I don't know if Oceanside has to throw the ball again.
Watch Jakari Anderson. He just closes in. Doesn't make the tackle, but he's able to slow the ball carrier down long enough for reinforcements to arrive to make the tackle.
85 right there. Let's talk about 85. I got to cut you off. Also, he's a freshman, 6'3". His name is Awesome Cole. Awesome. His name is actually Awesome, Joe. I love that. He better have a great career. He better. I want to say his name again on championship weekend. Manavian scrambles up the middle, and guess who tripped him? Awesome Cole, the freshman. He's a good-looking freshman. That's a big kid for a 9th grader. Oh, that might be the wrong. Okay, Kamaza Bryant. I'm looking at the wrong. It's been a long day. That's Kamaza Bryant. 85 is for Oceanside. Stacy Huff era. I'm going to go to the timeout corner. That's Kamaza Bryant, 6'3", 250. I wanted to be Awesome Cole so bad. I want a freshman out there to make it plays. That's Oceanside's 85.
You know, when I saw that name, I'm like, that kid's got to get on the field at some point in his game, right?
Man.
That's what we want to see.
I wanted it too bad. That was the wrong roster. Ball's at the 48-yard line. Empty set. Manavian again. Joe, they like this up the middle. He's tried this before and wisely gets down. Don't need him taking any extra hits. He got the first down, sat down right there. That is a 1-800-GOT-JUNK first down.
Watch him. This is kind of, I think, a run all the way again. And he's able to cut back against the grain. He's able to make a move on the BHP defender, Ty DeBose, their leading tackler. He also could have popped that thing out to the right, too. He hits him. He hits the outside. He's got some room, but he's able to do what he needed to do. That's pick up the first down and move those chains.
1-800-GOT-JUNK. They make junk disappear. Our first down sponsor, first and third quarters. And Joe, I don't know if they have to throw. They may throw, but I don't know if they have to throw the ball anymore. They're getting what they want on the ground, and they want the clock to run. Gain of about 4 on the left side that time. That's Muncie again. Muncie's racking up the carries, Joe. Zakai Muncie. He's 5'11" senior.
Stacy, you just don't get the idea that BHP is going to be able to do anything on offense unless Oceanside just, they don't fit something or they bust a coverage. And like you say, I think I agree with you a lot. If you're Oceanside, you just want to grind the clock right now. You've got this game going the way you want it, up 2 scores.
The name on the field, folks, is Willie E. Jeffries Field. Shout out to the great Willie Jeffries. I do a lot. I MC events. I stole so many of his jokes and lines when I MC events. He's just a great speaker, great guy, a great person to talk to. He did so much here at South Carolina State University.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I used to watch the Willie Jeffers football show every Sunday. Every Sunday around lunchtime, 12:30, I think is when it came on.
Yes, sir, it did, right after church. And that's 6 on the run. He's going to run that for a first down. They don't have to run anymore, man. They don't have to throw anymore. They're running. Cooper Webb, the junior. That's, I believe, his first carry of the ball. He caught a short pass earlier, but that's a run. They threw a quick pass. My bad. They threw a quick pass over there. He's a receiver, but that's his second touch of the ball game. He's only a junior. They have cats that are coming back, but Davian's a junior. He's a junior. 24 on defense. They got some young kids on both sides of the ball that will be coming back, and that's a 1-800 got junk first down once again for the Landsharks. The Landsharks having their way in the water today. Muncie up the middle. Muncie keeps the legs driving. He's going to surge forward, Joe, for about 6.
That was the offensive front that time. He just pushed people back. Guys like Mike Jones and Luke Crady and Bronco Thompson, J.B. Crady, Grant Costello, guys up front. We had to get their names mentioned here. They've done a nice job.
Absolutely, they have. Both lines for Oceanside have been dominant. And conversely, Belton Honey Panthers had dominant play at times from the defensive line. Just couldn't get the same thing on offense.
No.
And they're threatening that red zone again. We haven't been able to talk red zone a lot. We had a lot of big plays in this ball game, but Doctors Implants is our red zone sponsor there. Threatening it once again, going right to left on your screen. Oceanside Landsharks trying to get another chip. Another trophy on the trophy case there. And Muncie again trying the right side, and he twists and spins down. It's going to be just short, Joe, of another first down inside the Doctors Implant red zone. Doctors Implant, folks, empowering people through full mouth dental implants.
Really getting the feeling right now that Oceanside just leaning on BHP, Stacy.
Yeah.
BHP desperately needs to keep them out of the end zone, force a turnover, do something.
They need one of those turnovers they got. They got 2 of them earlier. They need another one of those things.
Yep.
They would put an order in for something right now. That's what they'd order up on a scoop and score or a pick 6, because the offense has been stagnant.
Yes.
They're going to take Muncie again, and he got hit and kept it. That looked like a tired team, Joe. He got hit, and they couldn't hold the tackle. That's going to be a first down.
They got the line of the game.
Yeah, the first hit was behind the line of scrimmage. It would have been a big play, but he stepped out of the first hit. And he's Muncie, not the biggest guy in the world, at 5'11" or so. And
he runs hard. You'll see how hard he runs right here. You called it. Gets hit in the backfield by Bryant and is able to get away from Bryant and just scamper ahead, get that first down. And once again, here's we go under a minute left here in this third quarter.
And they're in no hurry. They're loitering. They get arrested for loitering right now. They're taking the time in that huddle show. What are you doing next week? I don't know what you're doing. What's up with the senior trip? Christmas plans. They're going to use all of the play clock. Empty set, and they throw it anyway to Coop. Again, that little swing pass, they did it on the right side. They tried to the left, Joe. I don't know. They stopped the clock, not sure. That's a sure thing throw. They just did not.
Kind of a long handoff there, Stacy. Just kind of a long handoff that the receiver was unable to come up with Cooper Webb. And if he catches that, he's going to pick up close to first down yardage. Had a blocker out in front of him, but that stops the clock. You're late third, but Oceanside really kind of feeling it right now as we get set to head towards the final 12 minutes.
Ball's resting comfortably right at the 16-yard line. 2nd and 10. They're going to give Muncie a try up the middle again. A good job up front by Belton Honey Pass. Still fighting hard, but Muncie is also refusing to go down. He's driving those legs, man. And that kid has played himself a good ball game his senior season. Last game in Oceanside uniform. So the clock's going to keep ticking right here. They're going to end that quarter right there. So 3 in the books. Putting 4 fingers in the air. We are 1 quarter to settle it. Oceanside in control, 14-0 over Belton Honey Path. 3A state championship game. Overcast, but having fun anyways. The SCHSL Weekend of Champions brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. We're 12 minutes from selling the 3A state title game. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin here with you. Claire Foley on the sidelines. Belton Honey Path trailing, trying to get a stop here. Ocean Collegiate, 14-point lead, trying to score a dagger touchdown right here. 3rd and 8. Oceanside in white. Oh, man came free, but Navy boarded him and That's going to be really good defense. He didn't turn his. They dropped the flag. He didn't turn his head around. That was Grady Melton. 13 on defense. He didn't turn his back, but the ball pretty much hit him in the back. But he didn't have his head around, Joe.
That was so close to being timed right, but I think.
Yes.
I think it was just a little soon by Grady Melton. You had 2 flags down back there, so. Yeah, they're discussing this.
Yeah, trying to discuss adjudicating the malfeasance. 1 play into the 4th quarter.
Pass interference.
They're going to call it. They push that thing 15 yards forward.
Now, you'll see it here. Watch Manavian steps away from the traffic. And it was really close there as we saw it in real time. And now we'll get a good look at it.
He hit him early. He got no.
I think so. I think so.
We haven't called Redu's name, Joe. And that's his first time we saw him really targeted. 6'2", 6'8".
Yeah.
Big time receiver for this team. He's going to play on Saturdays as well.
I believe so.
And yeah, I think he just actually hit him earlier. Not only did he not turn his head around.
Just the 3rd penalty today on Belton Honey a pass.
Yes. Which is not bad, actually.
Yeah.
Costly. That was costly. Now
10 yards gets him close to the first, but not quite.
That's going to be all marked at about the 6.5 yard line. They're going to wildcat it to the young man they've done. They scored on the same formation, still turning his legs. Terrence Johnson scored on that same exact formation early in the ball game. That was our first score of the game. Tackle again by my guy, Jakari Anderson.
Anderson's had a big day for BHP. He's kind of been everywhere for them.
I don't know who's recruited this kid. I don't know who's offered him, but he needs to be playing on Saturdays. Very impressive athlete. So now what you call here? You got the first down. You got a big set of downs.
I think you keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I would think so, but every time we thought that, Manavian is
something else has happened, right?
Muncie to the right of Manavian.
Yeah.
Renew is to the far outside. Williams on the side on the right side. That's where he looks at Williams. And with the Renew, I mean, they crossed. They did a little, almost like a natural pick formation. Renew went outside and inside. Williams went outside and just overshot it. I mean, we said run, and they of course threw it. Skinny post action. They might go there again, Joe. He was open.
And he had him. I mean, he had him in the back of the end zone. Got a little bit high and hard of the heat there on that pass.
Yeah, he should have threw the off-speed pitch that time. He threw the fastball.
He came in with the four-seamer.
Yes, the change-up would have been perfect.
Yeah.
They have Johnson in the backfield again with the Wildcat. He dropped it and scored on this exact same formation. This time he tries the middle, and now he breaks it out to the right. And he's just going to athlete this swing into the end zone. It's like, yes, if his knee didn't go down now, if I'm Belton Underpath, I'd like to see if that knee went down. We don't have a replay in high school, but that's a Palmetto Math touchdown. Terrence Johnson, number 88, strike up. The Landsharks fight song, folks. And Joe, that might be a mountain too high to climb at 20 points.
That's a body blow. That's a tough shot that BHP is going to take right here. Johnson just fighting for that end zone. You see it, and it was close, Stacy. I tell you, any other level of football, they might look at that because the knee went down. But you don't get that in high school.
Nope. No replay, no none of that. So that was a heck of an athletic play, though.
Well, I mean, this youngster's an athlete. I mean, you can see it.
Somebody's going to have him get some books of tuition.
Yeah.
A 6'2" wide receiver can run it, go up and catch it. Sumner in for yet another extra point, and hands to the sky. We'll step away, folks. 21-0 Oceanside in control over Belton Honeypath. 3A state championship from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Welcome back in, folks. 11 minutes to settle at Oceanside with the fingertips on the trophy at 21-0, folks. So stay tuned for the entirety of today's matchup as we select our Stanley Law Group Player of the Game. Stanley Law Group, your injury law professionals. Visit thestanleylawgroup.com today. And you see the crowd shot right there. Rainy skies and tough temperatures and precipitation, but crowds, folks came out, and many more watching. Thank you for watching however you are. We appreciate you. Time for a kickoff. Preferred appliance kickoff. Preferred appliance, your trusted appliance sales and repair experts. Kicking off left to right on your screen is Oceanside. The Landsharks from the Charleston area. Kicking off the Belton Honey Path, Anderson County School District up there in the severe upstate in the red. There we're returning right to left. Never say never. 11 minutes is a lot of time on a football clock, Joe, but Belton Honey Path has not shown they can move the ball.
Nope.
Some things have to change, and that's going to be a touchback. Big leg for Sumner there, number 7 in white. It's a strong leg. So several touchbacks in this game.
You know, Stacy, Oceanside got off to a tough start this year. A couple of losses to start the season. One of those was to Irma. Here's our scoring summary right there before I get to my next point. 13 plays, 54 yards. You see Johnson with a 4-yard touchdown rush. Your Palmetto Pride scoring summary there.
Keeping South Carolina beautiful as the state's anti-litter organization. Palmetto Pride has that sponsorship for you. But you were saying, Joe?
But yeah, they had a couple of tough losses to start the season. Coach LaPrade just said, hey, look, we're finding this thing. They've run off 12 in a row coming in, and the biggest one of the year, and maybe the biggest win of anybody here this weekend was when they beat Dutch Fork.
Yeah, they beat them decisively too, yes. Rolling left is Thomas. That's a tough throw right there. Knocked down and really was ready to be picked. That ball was available. Knocked down by, once again, Roe Parson, the senior. He's played a great game in the linebacker slot there for Oceanside. And it's tough to ask Thomas to roll left and throw back right.
He's done that a lot today. A lot of their throws just where he's moving left and then having to try to square around and throw back to the right. That looks like a tough. I mean, I can't argue with the success that they've had, but against this defense, that just hadn't worked today.
He had a man covering receiver and a man between the receiver and just got there and knocked it down. Referees. Personal foul.
Offense.
Belton Honey Path after play penalty. Did all fouls. That's backbreaking.
It is. That's frustration penalty, no doubt about that. And down 3 scores and 11 minutes to play. That's
Again, you put more pressure on 7 right there than need to be, because now he's way behind the sticks in a predictably passing situation. And the passing game really has not clicked. They have not been able to get the ball to 5 in red. Watson Martin, he's going to look that way. He's going to air it out this time and just overshot him. He was looking for the aforementioned 5 I was just talking about. Tajay Watson Martin. Incomplete.
Big arm by Thomas.
Yeah.
He was able to roll into that and then step into that throw and get something underneath it, but Watson Martin unable to run that one down.
Yeah, you got the timing of it all is all it takes now, but I think both secondaries have played pretty well, though.
I think so too.
Coverage. The game has had some turnovers on both sides, some drops. That game that's settled down too, as the rain has kind of relented a little bit as the game has gone on. Oceanside has just out executed. Flush Thomas, he might try the middle. He was going to try to come back, and he got hit as he threw that ball that time, so I don't think that'll be grounding.
Sawyer Arnold got to him and hit him.
Arnold's hit him quite a few times tonight. Number 0. Take a look at this shot, Joe.
You see it right here. He's just back in his own end zone. He's just scrambling around, and Arnold gets to him. And fortunate that didn't have any more on it, or it might have been a pick 6.
My guy 33 was back there. Tyler Stafford, 6'2" sophomore, is right there ready to catch it. It's going to be punting from the end zone again. Words you don't want to hear from your team. Punting from the end zone, bad things happen. Not a great kick, but it's taking still rolling. But even with that roll, it's going to be ball to the 45-yard line for a Navian. We'll step away, folks. 10:30 left. 3A championship. 21-0. Oceanside in command. Welcome back, folks. Fourth quarter action. 10:30 left to settle the ball game. 21-0 Oceanside over Belton Honey Path. And, of course, the Adventure Children's Museum is all about play with a purpose. Immersive hands-on exhibits that light up curiosity for guests of all ages. Visit Adventure in Columbia or Myrtle Beach and see how much fun learning together can be. Adventure.org. Joe Manavian right there, 10. I keep saying he maybe has thrown his last pass of the game because of the clock, but they keep throwing it. It's okay. Everything they do has kind of worked, and they can sense a tip, right? That's Muncie. Oh, dancing in a hole. He breaks containment, gets to that secondary really quick, Joe, with great footwork. Another first down in this fourth quarter. Let's give some love to Stewart Law Offices. One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Offices has over 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit StewartLawOffices.net today.
Again, great blocking by that Oceanside Collegiate offensive front. We gave them their names. Gave you their names a series or two ago. Costello, Crady, Jones, Crady, Thompson, those guys up front, they have done a great job today. And boy, Muncie had all kind of room out there. Green turf in front of him, 21-yard pickup.
Really did. Great job up front, as you mentioned. Under 10 to play. They're dominating now. Ball inside the 25-yard line. But Davis going to look to pass it. Dancing in the pocket. He has great pocket awareness and footwork. Hit as he throws. Wide open. Did he get a foot down? He did not. It was very close, Joe. The ball was in the air forever, but he was wide. He was behind everyone.
Aiden Manavian somehow creates enough time for himself. We'll see it here. Let's see.
He might have got one down, Joe.
Let's get the.
Oh,
no, he did not.
Good job by the referee. Good, umpire over there. Good job.
Good job, and then good job by the camera work to get that clear shot that he caught the ball, but the foot was on the turf, the white turf over there. So, but Manavian did a phenomenal job just to give himself time to. He extended the play. And then was able to almost connect on what would have been quite an improbable touchdown pass.
That was amazing job by the official. That was quick. That was a quick little stutter step with the feet there. And they've been only 129, but they've been a meaningful 129. He struck when it counted.
He showed some adroitness there, Stacy.
There you go. Thank you very much. I meant to get that word in.
We haven't. I was thinking it's been several games since we work that word in there. So
yes.
As we wrap it up this week.
That's right. Got to get the adroit back.
Adroitness has got to be in here somehow.
Got to be. And obviously, you're a little maladroit. You're a maladroit person when you're not smooth like that.
There you go.
But these players all adroit. That's my guy. I hate to see that. Jakari Anderson, the senior linebacker, he's played himself quite a game.
Yes.
He's down. Get him up on his feet. I want to see that. He put a little weight. Can he put the weight on the leg? Not a lot. Not a lot. He's flown around this game, man. Many tackles. Got the backfield. And he's must have been a lot of pain, not putting a lot of weight on that leg. So we hope wish him the best. Hope he's okay. A senior, folks.
That youngster's left it all on the field today.
Sure, it's the right leg. 6'2" kid, got good height. He'll put more weight on.
Good.
Yeah, he'll be a good-sized linebacker on the next level. Definitely has really good speed. But Manavian and his crew coming downhill inside the 25-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll throw it outside. That's Cooper dancing inside the 10, the 5. Oh, he got nothing to rule him down at the 1. He went down. He might have been on somebody though.
I thought he scored.
Yeah, Cooper Webb, the 5'10" junior. This is gonna be bang bang. We'll see what the referees, the umpires could not see.
I thought he fell across on a defender. Watch this out here. Watch the block out here by the wideout Renew. He's the one who really springs this thing. And now as he gets close to that goal line.
I'm not sure if he's did his backside
may have hit the turf.
His wallet.
The wallet, exactly. Yeah,
the leg might have gone down too.
Yeah, what's in your wallet, right?
Right. Well, right. The shin is down.
Okay.
The shin went down about the 1 yard line, so the shin counts as a knee. I think that's what they say.
That's fine.
But that's a heck of a run by this young man here. Again, a junior, another kid that'll come back next year. Him and Navian will be a combination to watch next year.
I tell you, this will be. If this score holds up and this result ends as it's kind of looking right now, this will be Oceanside's 3rd consecutive state championship. The first one was at the 2A level. Then they moved up to 3A last year, won it. Looking like they're going to win this one, and you've got the injured BHP player out there too.
Made a touchdown-saving tackle.
And to your point, Stacy, they got a lot of talent back next year.
They do.
Especially one of your most important guys, if not the important guy on the team, and that's your quarterback, who can go.
Absolutely.
A difference maker at that position gives you all the chance in the world.
For sure. 42 is Avery Bishop, a senior. 42 made that tackle to prevent the touchdown, but he rolled. He rolled Cooper Webb over on his own ankle.
Just a great effort to make the stop out there, stop him short of the touchdown.
Yeah, that's a kid that's still, they're fighting to the very end here. 9:32 to play, and you always feel like you get a stop and get it back to your offense. You can do something. Let's see if he can. This will be 2 starters or 2 players out on this drive. And his left leg has put no weight. Was the left ankle he was grabbing his left ankle. So that's in really back-to-back plays. Jakari Anderson, and then this young man right here, 42 going out, and
Avery Bishop.
Bishop. So, I mean, everything looks like a chip right now for Oceanside. You mentioned a three-peat.
Yep. BHP was going for their first since 2004 when the great Wayne Green coached BHP. They had a lot of great teams back when he coached.
And a shout out to our friend and brother Joe Weidman, who's done some games with me over the years on our Sonic F&R Game of the Week. Joe Weidman is, outstanding lawyer here in Columbia now, but played at Bishop at about 100 pounds, a ninth grader on that 2014, and he went on to play at Presbyterian. So yes, you got the Fighting Joe Weidmans of the Belt 100 Path. Just talked to Joe just 2 days ago. So I'm happy to see that young man there as a senior. 5'10", 190, senior. It's a program that town there, Belt 100 Path, a very proud town, very proud of their athletic programs there. They really, you see the crowd, even in the rain, they drove. Hey, that's over 2 hours. That's an over 2 hour drive.
Easily.
Belt 100 Path. I have extended family in Anderson, folks, so I know that drive very, very well. And they inside the 1 yard line. Let's see if they keep it on the ground now. We seem to be wrong when we guess. And they're going to reverse it. They're going to throw it back. That's the Philly special. They're going to throw it back to Manavia. They were going to. And my guy who keeps getting to the end zone does it again. That's 3 touchdowns. Terrence Johnson. Strike up the Landshark fight song. Look at a little shark fin a little bit at the end of that run right there. That's 3 for 88, folks. Palmetto Bath touchdown. Palmetto Bath, experts in fast, beautiful tub and shower remodels, serving Columbia, Greenville, and Asheville. Learn more at palmettobath.com. What a day for Johnson.
Well, you called it. It was going to be the Philly special, and it looked like they wanted to throw it back to Monavian like you do in that play, but Johnson didn't have it and had guys closing in, and so he said, you know what?
I think he had it.
I'm just going to. You think you could have thrown that? Well, let's see.
Right now. I think
he kind of got out of sorts there a little bit. Got
20 jumped over there, but if I'm a Navy, I'm like, dude, give me a shot. You got 2 touchdowns, really. Can I?
And they were trying to do that, too. They wanted Monavian to score there.
Hands to the sky, and it is 4 for 4 on extra points for Jackson Sumney, the sophomore kicker. He's had a day himself. 28-0. It's going to look like more of a blowout than the game actually was, though. This game is hard fought by both teams. Oceanside just made several more plays.
Oceanside's defense.
Yes.
That's been the difference in this one to me, because you had a BHP offense. We've talked about this. They had scored nearly 700 points in 14 games coming in, averaged just under 50 points a game. And to see that they have 0 with 9:10 to play in the ball game. I mean, Oceanside has controlled this game. Line of scrimmage on both sides, and that's, to me, that's been the difference. And then the Oceanside offense has been good enough to hit some plays, and they needed to hit them. And that's, they once again, they're going to, unless something pretty dramatic happens here in the last 9-10, they're going to win again. The first of our 3 rematches this weekend is going to turn out much like last year.
Absolutely. The crown stays where it was lying when we woke up this morning. Preferred Appliance kickoff once again. Your trusted appliance sales and repair experts kicking off left to right as Oceanside to BHP. And yet again, another touchback. Sumney has been consistently kicking the leather off the ball. Nice leg out. Not got a chance to see him kick a field goal. He's been nailing extra points. I'd love to see what his distance is on the field goals. Scoring something right there brought to you by Palmetto Pride, Joe.
There you go. 4 plays, 45 yards. Johnson, his 3rd touchdown today, this time from a yard out.
Johnson and Johnson and Johnson.
And
touchdowns. And
our player of the game, we have some nominees, but I think there's one right now that's currently a clear front runner for that award.
He and I guess he and the quarterback, but I don't have a vote. I don't think. Ballot. That's going to go wide right here. They faked it. That's Tajay Watson Martin. That's the play they wanted all game. They get it now. 9 minutes to play. That's going to be a first down. Stuart Law Officer's first down for BHP, Joe.
And they've hit a couple of those today. Quick slant, Tajay Martin Watson as he comes in from the left. You see it here. That's a good throw. He puts it right on him. A little zing right there on that pass from Thomas. But they'll hit one of those, and then that's about it.
Talk about DeMonte Green. That's Stuart Law first down. He's going to roll him left again. He may have to. Yeah, he got to toss that. That could be grounding. He was outside the pocket. He threw that sideways out of bounds. Did they mark him still up and got that out of bounds?
Here comes the flag. Yeah, there it is.
There it is late. Okay.
You're right, Stacy. I mean, Thomas rolls out again. And he's trying to get turned to where he can get squared up and throw the ball, but he just doesn't have any time. So it's going to be a intentional grounding call.
Let's see if he's got his clean feed right. Let's check the feed out, Joe. There it is. We're getting it turned on.
Intentional grounding. 5-yard penalty. Loss of down.
Loss of down. And so, not what you want, but 8:42, down 4 touchdowns. And I mean, that's not a lot of options for Thomas, though.
They're not. They're resistant. I mean,
it was a let the kids out of recess rush on him right there. Everybody was converging on him right there. A bunch of white jerseys in his grill. I remember those doors used to open up at recess, and I just poured out the school. That's what that was right there. He has wides to his right. Formation's tight on the left side, right? If he throws, it's going to be to one of those guys. But that's where he's looking to the right, and he threw it. That was trying to get it. But Tajay Watson-Martin, really good defense by Jordan Wright, who's covered well all game long. Talented kid. Another senior finishing off right.
Yeah.
His name is Wright.
There you go. Well, you go back to that play early in the game, Stacy, when they had the seam. They would have hit that for what might have been a long game, perhaps a touchdown. And the pass just bounced off the receiver's hands for BHP. And that could have been I'd say that was the play of the game for them. That certainly could have gotten them on the board. But the way this Oceanside defense has played today all day long.
She was out of bounds, had a foot out of bounds as well.
Yeah.
Thomas throws that one just up, and it's just who wants to catch it. Wright, those two guys before, remember Strickland and Wright, battle for interception. They collided again. They were the two closest people, and Wright feels like he deserves an interception. He's played a good game and just dropped it.
They're trying to cancel each other out. I mean, this ball's just up for grabs by Thomas. He's just getting rid of it before he takes the big hit.
Yeah. They defended each other. Once again, it's not the first time.
They did.
He looked at his boy like, man, you got one. Let me get. That was mine.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want your defensive backs fighting over interception. That's a good game right there. That's when things are going well. If you're the only two making a play on the ball. 4th and 22, Joe. And they're going to punt it. Is that the white flag?
I mean, I would say, in any instance, I mean, 4th and 22, that's not a percentage play, no matter what the score is. So, but I think at this point,
they won't touch the ball again. It'll be 6 minutes or less when they get it back. If that ball's going to check up and be down right at the 45-yard line. Aiden Manavian, the junior, will be under center in shotgun formation with Oceanside, with the game in their hands right now, and they can smell that championship down in Oceanside Collegiate Academy trophy case.
Sure can.
There'll be 3, as you mentioned, Joe. 3 in a row is impressive.
With 3 different head coaches.
Yes, that part.
That's a fascinating part about all this. That's not something you see very often. Brent Pratt, his first year as their head coach after a couple of years as their D coordinator.
Which means the guy last year was in his first year as well.
Well, I mean, he was the interim guy.
Yeah, right.
And so he's been there for a long time.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's just dropped by Webb. Webb had it in his hands. Still throwing it.
Well,
it's fun. Have fun.
Might as well. I mean,
play your game. You gotta play your game. That's a testimony to the talent and the pride in that program. Though you go 3 different coaches. John has shown up to play. They're playing for whomever comes. And it can't be the exact same system 3 times. It's got to be something different. So, they've adjusted. Taking a shotgun. Airing it out again. Now, one thing I would say right now, they got some pretty stout kids in red right now. I don't know how many hits I want Manavian taking. But, again, I promise you nobody asked me. Helmet off that time. That is Kamarion Glenn. The helmet off. He has to leave the field for a play. Take a look.
Manavian back there. Tries to go out to the left, doesn't have it. Then he gets pressured. Then he scrambles. He's able to pick up 2 2 yards the tough way. And for Oceanside, just get that clock running and melt that thing.
Leland Liberta, our junior, was in on that action. So I called his name 44 out there. A lot. He's in the game now, too. We've had 2 players go out the last series, so some replacements are in. Linebacker and D-line. Navian, shoulder roll. So it's a double move somewhere. He's going to throw it down the middle and had a man wide open. That was another good-looking underclassman. Ty Garner just threw it behind him. Yeah, he was running free.
He sure was. He was there.
Oceanside has nowhere else to go out there. They're going to delay this celebration as long as they can. The first 3 quarters got moving pretty good once the game won, but this 4th quarter is going to be dragged on a bit. We're not even halfway through the 4th quarter. These incomplete passes are going to do what they do. They're going to punt now. You thought they might. I said they wouldn't get the ball back to BHP the under 6 minutes, but they threw some incompletions there to help them out. High kick. It's going to turn over. Fair catch called at the 14-yard line by Watson Martin.
Stacy, you and I and Claire will convene once again, the 3 of us, tomorrow at noon. Obviously, there are 2 more games after us today, but our next game, all 3 of us get to work together. Our final one of the season will feature 2 teams that are high-powered, that have scored a ton of points this season, and I'm interested to see what that is, South Florence and South Point.
Yes, that's going to be really, I'm excited. Some people have told me, just through social media and indirect inbox and all this and text, that South Point might be the deepest team in the state.
I've heard that.
They got a lot of P4s on that team. Some of them are underclassmen, by the way, though. They're just really good. Breaking the pocket is Thomas. Noah Thomas across the 20. Oh, nice little footwork there. This is going to be a first down. Get that man a nice run that time. And Stuart Law officers first down for Noah Thomas. 25 years protecting the rights of the injured. Visit StuartLawOfficers.net today.
Stop and go move, you see. Thomas drops back. He actually gets time to throw, and then he gets kind of flushed a little bit out to the right. Watch the stop and go. Whoop, there he goes. Now put the foot on the gas pedal again.
That's the hezzy. That's what they put a little hezzy on him right there. Okay.
Nice little move there. He's able to pick up a first down.
Stop and go. Only 28 yards rushing, but he's had some. He extended some drives a couple times. First down from the 29-yard line. Oh, man, they came in. He just threw it up for grab. Another YOLO throw, and it was caught. He threw a YOLO pass, and it was caught, and that receiver got pounded. Harriot got a big hit on.
I thought Mike Jones might get him a pick in here. Defensive lineman, watch this here. He just takes a big hit. This ball's up, and I thought Mike Jones might go up there and make a catch, but credit BHP right there. Credit Earl for going up there and being able to reel that ball in for all of that for no gain.
Yeah, they completely. The ball came loose at the end because that pop. Harriot separated receiver from ball.
Yep, sure did.
You want that if you can get it. 2nd and 10. Give to Earl around the left side. Cuts back across the middle, and that's going to be a nice little gain of about 6. Great broadcast. I think our crew, our director, Joe Ferrara, our producer, Kevin Passon at K-Pass, graphics, Ryan Lutz, on audio, Chris Davis, replay, Kelsey Crook, on video, Beth Rickenbacker. Cameras are Taylor Shirley, Tiffany Joyner, Mike Weinmiller, Nick Case, Jessica Pasnick, and the TOC is Rick Dolan, our stats guy, Ryan Johnson. My guy, big-time Ryan Johnson, representing Blythewood High School. Tech manager Kyle Lang and EIC Andrew Taylor. Of course, 6 minutes to play here. I got my guy, Joe Cashin, longtime voice of the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina, in the booth with me. Claire Foley doing a great job on the sidelines, and I'm merely Stacy Huff. Nice little pass to the flank out there, and that's a good run. He did no hesitation, got right upfield, Joe, and they're going to move the sticks again. Good run for MJ Earl. Stanley Law, first down.
Look like.
That means Stuart Law. Check that. Stuart Law, first down.
Jacobs Paul out here, number 14. See a good little ward-off block right there to spring that. He allows Tajay Watson Martin to pick up the first down. First downs have been few and far between today for BHP offensively.
Stuart Law getting a workout on this drive here. They put some first downs together. It's a lot. I think Johnny Mathis once sang a song, Too Much, Too Little, Too Late. I think it was him. I think he was part of that. MJ Earl tries the right side. Did that come out of the end? They ripped it out of the end. I think the ball was down.
It was down, yeah.
So it's going to be a gain of about 6 on that, maybe 7.
Good run here by MJ Earl, outside zone. They get a little blocking over there. He pops it outside the numbers.
I don't know. That ball might have come out.
Ooh, I don't know about
early.
Well, they had a recovery anyway, but
it came out early, I think.
I think that might have been. Let's see it again. Doesn't really matter at this point, but
it was out.
I think so too. But anyway, BHP is able to recover nonetheless. Good 8-yard pickup for the Bears here.
Second and 3. But that's not going to be enough. You know, 7-yard runs is not going to do it down 4 touchdowns, Joe, with under 5 to play. They got a low snap, but airing it down the middle, just throwing it up. Caught. Tajay Watson-Martin spinning. He's going to score. Touchdown, BHP. Tajay Watson-Martin. Hamilton Bell touchdown for 5 in red. He finally got the pay dirt. Strike up. The Bears fight song.
Tajay Watson-Martin, that's his 11th touchdown reception of the season. Thomas throws it up there, just lets his guy run under it and make a play. You see it here. He steps into it, puts a lot of air into this thing. Watch Martin makes the adjustment to the ball, beats the defender to it, then steps out of a tackle, makes another guy miss, and 52 yards later, he's into the end zone of BHP finally on the scoreboard.
And that, you know, not having a shutout is on the, if you want to call a fault, that's on Oceanside because they stopped the clock, gave them time. They got to stay in their offense and be very confident and score. If they run the ball the last drive, this may not be time for that drive right there. Good snap, good kick, hands to the sky for the first time we get the shutout. The kicker for Belton Honey Path, Benji Ward, 5'10" senior, 28-7 is your score.
Watson Martin. Pretty good number, 6 catches, 107 and a score. We'll see it again right here from our viewpoint of it. 2 defenders back there, but Watson Martin just able to make the play. Whoop, whoop. Another couple of nice little moves right there. Official comes down there and helps him out a little bit.
Let's set a pick, let's screen. Pick and roll action.
A little pick and pop there. He's able to run it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Pick and pop. Manu to Tim Duncan, my man. 28-7, 4:27 left before trophy presentation time for Oceanside Collegiate. Now, that's a comeback with 4:27. I'd love to be a part of it, just calling it. But it's a big ask right now. Maybe Oceanside will run it, but they get it next time.
Well, you know what's coming. I mean, the only thing that BHP can do now is try an onside kick, try to steal another possession.
You think Oceanside will stop the clock for them again and throw some big completion?
I wouldn't expect that if they recover.
Yeah, if they will.
I think they need to.
Got to recover. I'm not critical.
Wet turf, slick football.
And listen, don't get me wrong, LaPrade right there has forgotten more football than I ever know. So it's not a criticism. I'm just an observer. I'm observing that the clock did not keep running the last drive. He knows what he's doing. He knows way more about it. Kicking off from the 40-yard line and, you know, blatantly about to do this onside kick. They fake it like it's looking like it's going right. They need to hop. And there was a guy over there streaking down the sideline. If he could have got there a step early, he might be still running.
That was Tajay Watson-Martin, who always got over there to that ball.
He catches that, man. He's still running. And now we got some extracurricular conversations after the play.
Pleasantries.
Yes. Everybody wants everybody's Christmas list. How much time now? You got to get the list now, Joe. I mean, it's
right around the corner. We got 20 days.
Yeah, it's going to be crowded. It's going to be crowded. The stores starting next week. So, hey, man, what you want? I don't think that's what they were saying. That's Monavian again. Let's see if we have any air Monavian on this drive.
Free kick infraction. Kick out of bounds. 5-yard penalty from the succeeding spot.
Yeah.
First down.
That was on as you said, Joe, but that gives Oceanside, the Landsharks, the ball right at the 50, right at the well-known SC State Bulldog logo. Shout out to Coach Berry and South Carolina State University. Bulldogs, get up for the Bulldogs. They are MEAC champions and headed to the Celebration Bowl. Great job in that program. I'll try the right side with Muncie. Boy, Muncie got hit that time by 44. The first guy there, that was Leland Laberta. He's a junior. He'll be back next year. Leland Laberta. 44. That's one run, Joe. We'll see if we keep it on the ground here.
I think they absolutely are going to. You know.
They are very much deliberate, taking the time. They're going to massage that play clock as much as they can. Gain of about 3 on that last play. New back in the ball game. 31. That is Julian Bono. Remember, the junior number 31 right there. His first carry of the ball game. Again, they're going to use that clock. So it's a very makeable. They're going to keep it on the ground. They can run this for 3 yards and pretty much definitely ice it, and maybe not let Belton Honeypath touch it again.
I'm not sure Belton Honeypath's interested in stopping it either.
No.
If they pick up a first down here, if Oceanside does.
And there it is. He got it. Well, it depends on the spot now, but I think he got right. His helmet went past the stick, so the ball was. Looks like he's right at the stick. That's Muncie.
I think he got the line of game.
Yeah, Muncie has a bunch of carries in this ball game. That'll do it. That was the change in with the play clock playing what it is right now. If there's no timeouts about Honeypath, they'll be able to take it pretty much down here in the next 4 plays. Stewart, law officer's first down for Oceanside Collegiate Landsharks. Chucktown folks. Honeypath, Anderson County, the rematch. There's Julian Bono running hard behind that nice line. The ball came out, and it is BHP football.
Yep, they recovered.
He fumbled it. That was a first down, and he recovered by 14 in red. Get that young man some love. That is Jacobs Paul, 5'10" senior. He comes out with it.
Good run here. He's got plenty of room. Good blocking up front. They've had that all day long. Made one man miss. Gets to the second level, and the ball just gets raked out of there.
Yeah, that was either Grady Melton, 13, or 21, D. Chester that got a hand on that ball and knocked it out. But even to the end of this game, we still got some slippage and movement of the football. The game started out with some turnovers.
Yep. Stacey, we've got the 1A game, Lamar and Bamberg Earhart. That's a 4 o'clock scheduled start, and then 7:30 tonight, Northwestern Irmo, 5A Division II. That's a rematch.
Yes, that game went down to the final minute. My guy Aaron Brand had his son AJ with him last year. Came back this year without his son, Trey Dobson, the quarterback. Short, and they want to, the Benton Honeypath people want to interference. Jennifer watch this play at the end here, Joe.
Thomas again rolls out, and he's going to air it out for all of his work. There's a lot of hand fighting going on down there.
He got to come back. It would have been a great catch if he could have gotten back. I think he just completely gave away. He wasn't going to catch that.
No harm, no foul, to be honest with you, as I watched it.
Yeah, I think that's a good no call. Ball's at the 25-yard line. But you know they got to air it out, though, so this next 2 minutes could be a moment. You may see 3 long passes right here. As soon as I say that, it's a run to the right side. That's why I'm not a play caller. And the clock's going to run. He ran it and stayed in bounds. So good tackle by Oceanside, keeping him in bounds. Is that timeout call? I think it'd be a timeout call. Nope. The referees are having a conversation.
Just talking about something, not sure.
Christmas list, I'm telling you, Joe. I haven't given you my list yet either, so before the weekend's over, I'll shoot you a little something.
Okay.
Maybe a round of golf at your prestigious,
yes, I need
prestigious golf club. I owe you a rematch. You owe me a rematch.
I need to get you over there to Camden Country Club.
Yes, get me over there, man, because you put me at my club. You beat me pretty bad, so I guess if I can at least make it
Of course, close. Great shape right now. Greens are rolling fast.
Man, don't touch Joe. Don't rub it in. Man.
Good out there.
Rub it in.
Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Offense. After this.
Tempers flaring for BHP right there. You don't need that, Joe. You're going to reverse skate right here. Clock against you. Joe, you're talking about how nice those greens are. I haven't been out there yet. And you pounded me in my own spot, Windermere, over in Northeast Columbia. So, I mean, until I get out there, I don't want to hear how nice it is. I don't.
Well, you get on our greens, don't get shell-shocked after about 2 or 3 holes. That ball is still rolling.
Oh, man, like a pool table.
You get on the wrong side of some of those holes, it's all over, man. I'm just telling you.
Putting on the driveway.
It's great, though.
Beautiful. Thomas checked that, dancing to the right, and oh, man, he got slammed. Oh, man. Vicious over there. Folks, let's take a look at our Stanley Law player of the game right quick. Let's talk about that for a moment if we can. Stanley Law Group. Visit StanleyLawGroup.com today. Talk about it, Joe. Here it is right here.
Well, no doubt about it. I think, it's going to be, we're going to go with Manavian as our player of the game today. You see his numbers right there, 11 of 21, 152 yards, a touchdown, and ran for 43 more. So Manavian, the junior quarterback, came into this game with 3,800 yards passing on the season and more than 40 touchdowns. Here's your Stanley Law Group player of the game.
Good job. Shout out to Aiden Manavian. He has a little help from his buddy Terrence Johnson as well. But yeah, congratulations to Aiden Manavian. Johnson had 3 touchdowns, but Manavian is the guy. He came in a junior, breaking records. And this is a young program at Oceanside. When he leaves, he's going to have all the passes.
No question.
And he's a kid who's led his team to. I know he was a starter last year. His year before that, his freshman year, I'm pretty sure he's backing up another kid. I can't remember his name, but the last 2 years, this has been Manavian's show. And, he's coming back next year. He's going to be the guy that's going to be really poised to have a senior season. It's going to be one that's going to be talked about a long time. A lot of talent coming with him, and he'll be passing that 10K mark next year as well. So shout out to him for getting another chip and player of the game. That's a young man that fumbled. They're showing confidence in the junior running back, giving it to him again. Julian Bono.
Bono had a good run the last time and coughed it up, and he had a good run there. Picks up about 5. May have to snap it one more time.
My father-in-law's from the area outside of Charleston called Bono. So it's the same area. Look at LaPrade out there. The Sharks. He's not supposed to mind the wet. He's a shark. A land shark at that. Joe, you ever seen a land shark?
No.
It's the last snap of the game right here. And it's going to be a nice little kneel down, and we'll shut her down right there. And we got to check that bath he got out right there. Look at that. He had the wetsuit on, though. He had the top ready. The pants might have not been ready, but the jacket. Congratulations, Oceanside Collegiate Landsharks. You are champions yet again in 3A football, SCHSL. Weekend of Champions has 1 game in the books, folks. Joe already told you 2 more coming up. A 4 o'clock kick, bring us to 1A game. And then tonight, the topper for tonight would be Division 2 5A. Northwestern trying to defend their crown against Irmo, the team they beat for the title last year. Handshake, sportsmanship.
Congratulations to Oceanside Collegiate. They win their 3rd straight state championship 2 years ago, 2A. In the last 2 years, they've been the 3A champs. And it was all Oceanside really today, Stacy. I mean, the teams kind of battled in a turnover-filled, mistake-filled first quarter, but then Oceanside started a drive. That 96-yard drive really was kind of the thing that got them jump-started. They put the first points of the board, or first points of the game, rather, on the board with a big touchdown pass, and then they were able to take command. And it was really, again, the story of the game today for them was their defense. They were able to shut down an incredibly high-powered BHP offense, and that's what keyed their win here this afternoon.
Well said, Joe. Let's go down to the field with Claire Foley and Coach LaPrade, the victorious 3A state champ coach. LaPrade.
Thanks, guys. Coach, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a big one. Kids worked really hard this year. They deserve to win. I'm freezing from the water, but it was great. It's good to see them kids get what they deserve. And BHP is a great team, too. Those kids worked hard. Neither team deserved to lose today.
You told me earlier this week that in last year's game, you guys...
This is unnecessary. We got too much going on over here. There's adults involved on the field. We don't know if we need to show this. This is ugly on the sidelines right here. Players, coaches.
Bad.
This is bad. This is a bad look right here. They need to separate these players. They're on the honey path. Players. If somebody's on the ground getting hit on the ground right now, they need to get people off that person on the ground right now. This is ugly. Folks, we're going to step away. This is not good. We'll step away. Yeah, we'll come back and finish this up with class. Shout out to Oceanside for winning this championship. We'll step away and come back, folks. 28-7 is your final. Stay with us. Welcome back, folks. 28-7, Oceanside Collegiate Landsharks over Belton Honey Path. And a great game for them. They came on strong as the game went on, fixed some errors, and dominated in the trenches. And we have some accolades to give out here. Play of the game brought to you by Adventure, folks. Adventure Museum is all about play with a purpose, and we'll show you the Adventure play of the game right about now-ish. How about that, Joe? It was one of the keys.
Yeah, you'll see it right here. Monavian drops straight back, is able to step away from the pressure, and he gets Anthony Williams with a 47-yard touchdown. You see it from the end zone. This was the second score of the game for Oceanside Collegiate. This put them up 14-0 in the second quarter, and this kind of was a big back-breaking score for them. That put them up 7, because that was the first score of the ball game. That was the one they drove 96 yards, and that was the capper to put them in the end zone. That was the first score of the game, rather, made it 7-0.
Visit Adventure at Columbia or Myrtle Beach and see how much fun learning together can be. Adventure.org. That was our play of the game by Adventure. We have a defensive player of the game we're going to share with you as well. Defensive player of the game. We've had some really good plays. Take a look right here.
Yeah, Kamarian Glenn, you see him right there in the middle for BHP. He had 4 tackles in this game, half tackle for loss, also recovered a fumble in this ball game. So the BHP defense, they hung in there, did a pretty good job, all things considered, against an outstanding Oceanside offense. But Kamarian Glenn gets your Defensive Player of the Game award for the BHP Bears.
Brought to you by Bojangles Bash. That event's next week, folks. By the way, go on bojanglesbash.com and get order those tickets, featuring 11 teams competing in 9 games over 3 days. Go to bojanglesbash.com. So that was our Defensive Player of the Game. And then the stop of the game, folks. Let's go. You're going to love this one. The stop of the game brought to you by Experience Columbia. Let's talk about it, Joe.
Here comes Thomas back to pass for BHP. A lot of deep balls today, but here's the interception made by Michael Strickler for the Oceanside Collegiate Landsharks. You see him just play the ball up there like a center fielder back there. Just goes up, high points it, boom, interception.
He's around the ball the entire game. Experience Columbia. Make new memories with friends and family in Columbia, the heart of South Carolina. Oceanside celebrating the thrill of victory 3 in a row. They're celebrating there, pointing to those ring fingers.
So 3 in a row for these guys, and congratulations to Brent LaPrade and the Oceanside Landsharks.
Yeah, they came on strong, man. That 4 touchdowns on the board. It was 0-0 for quite a while. Both teams giving the ball away. They kind of stopped giving it away and took control of the trenches, as I mentioned. And the passing game was there. The running game developed as the game went on, and their defensive line play was consistent throughout. So that equals a 28-7 ball game. Belton Honey Path fought hard, touched the scoreboard late in the game, but just too much Landsharks. Get their medals in just a moment. Champions and runners-up.
On behalf of the South Carolina and our South Carolina University, and to our valued partners for their continued support. As a part of today's presentation, the South Carolina Football Coaches Association will present a commemorative game ball
to runner-up head coach Russell Blackston.
The rain doesn't bother the winners. This one doesn't, Stacey. They're out there. It doesn't matter if you won this thing, the rain.
The weather's always better in any situation when you get a trophy and you're the last team. The last team standing. 1 in the books, folks. 2 more coming up. Stay tuned. We got Jason Patterson and Toby Cates will have the call.
We invite the school representatives to join the commissioners
action coming up here shortly.
Presentation of the runner-up trophy. Accepting the state runner-up trophy on behalf of the Belton Honey Path Bears is head coach Russell Blackston.
Presentation of trophy going on down the field below us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate 2025 Class 98
Again at 4 o'clock or thereabouts. You'll want to stay tuned to whatever station you're watching right now. We'll have the 1A matchup, Lamar against Bamberg Earhart. And then Stacy at 7:30 tonight, the 5A Division II, Northwestern and Irmo. Again, a rematch from last year where Northwestern won, but can Irmo do what BHP was unable to do? And that's flip the script from last year and get the win.
George, you mentioned it's going to be quite a night, I think. Especially that rematch you're talking about at 7:30 tomorrow. Noon kick again.
I love a noon kick, Stacey.
Yes, you mentioned I do too. I don't mind it. Tomorrow I got that game at 3 at noon. Then I have the finale at 7:30 or so with my good buddy Jason Patterson and the legendary coach Eddie Muldrow. Dutch Fork Summerfield game. But South Point, South Florence will be a good one at noon.
I'm really interested in that game.
I've heard so much about South Point all year long.
At this time, if the school representatives would please join the commissioners for the state championship trophy presentation. Accepting the state championship trophy on behalf of their team, Oceanside Collegiate head coach Brent LaPrade.
Here's some boos, Joe.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, that's it. Here's some boos. Yeah, but you know, it's you know, fans are gonna be fans, and nobody wants to lose. Can't knock that accomplishment right there. That's Coach LaPrade holding that trophy. So. Shout out again. We crowned the first of 6 champions this weekend. First one is the 3A. Goes back down the I-26 to Charleston. Congratulations, Oceanside. You are the champions, 3A. Once again, let's thank some sponsors, folks, that make it all possible here from Charlie W. Johnson Stadium, here on the campus of Orangeburg campus of South Carolina State. A&I Fire and Water Restoration, Foundation Solutions, 1-800-GOT-JUNK, Stewart Law Offices, Doctors Implants, Palmetto Bath, Stanley Law Group, Adventure Children's Museum, Preferred Appliance, Palmetto Pride, Jim Hudson Automotive, Experience Columbia, the Bojangles Bash, Farmers Bureau Insurance, and Ingalls Markets. Folks, one in the books. 2 more games tonight coming up. Keep watching. We thank you all for tuning in. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Joe Cashin, Claire Fuller, the sideline, K-Paz, and all our production crew, I am Stacey Huff saying thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more SCHSL Weekend of Champions football action here from Orangeburg, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Oh, the rain's got me that way not talking. Y'all stay tuned. More coming up. Thanks for joining us.
Simple and slow, learn right from wrong, work road. There was never plan B, just a path I'm taking, breaking on through on the road I'm making. I knew one day I'd get my shot, so here I am to give it all I got. This is the big time, ready, set, go. Work so hard just to make this show. Under the lights, it's time to shine.